And so I says, that's not a car, that's my wife. You caught me in
You're going to go with, like, I tell you, it was wild. Chairs were coming in the doors and going out the windows.
And I didn't invite no chairs.
That's actually a Looney Tunes bit.
Oh, really?
I found, like, what is it? It's an old Daffy Duck one where, like, he's, what is it? It's before he becomes kind of like that pitiful type of, like, the really obnoxious, attention hog and all this other stuff. It's when he's just the zany Daffy.
Okay.
And so I think it's an episode with Porky Pig, and Porky, like, kicks Daffy out, and he's like, good riddance, and he's walking back towards the door, and it's quiet, and maybe I don't remember the specifics of it. I think he's like taking care of Daffy, and it's before he kicks him out. But he's like, it's all quiet, and he had an awful day at work, and he opens up the door, and shit's just going crazy. Like, it's so loud, and Daffy is just, like, obnoxiously eating every bit of food he can. And he goes, I tell you, it was wild. Chairs were coming in the doors and going out the window. Just, like, coming into the middle of the story to that. And I'm just like, what party is going on here?
Like, what does that even mean?
The idea of a party that chairs were coming in the doors and then getting thrown out windows or something. I don't know. Made me chuckle.
That's the kind of party.
Welcome to Talk Tuesday.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the kind of party we have here on Talk Tuesdays, especially when it is almost New Year's.
Just 2 days away.
2 days away, or possibly...
2 days away.
2 days away. Hello, Dean. I don't know why. That just channeled Mrs. Doubtfire.
Doubtfire era.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost New Year's. We have some things to talk about in regards to that. I want to review / recap / reminisce on our years. I think that'll probably be like the bulk of things, or the skull of things. Power Rangers reference.
I see what you did there.
Nice. I wasn't sure you'd get that one. Not
Bulk and Skull, Power Rangers, baby.
I know. I don't know how deep your Power Rangers lore knowledge goes.
It's not deep, but it's not deep.
But it is wide, and it is hard.
It's not deep, but it is girthy.
And here we are. Gilmer, are you in the chat?
I know, right? I was obsessed with Power Rangers as a kid. I watched Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and Turbo. Oof. And then after that, I didn't watch any of it.
So you didn't watch any of In Space, which is the one after Turbo?
No, sorry, I did watch In Space.
In Space was awesome.
Yes, I liked In Space. I don't remember. Like, it's one of those things Power Rangers, I never understood the concept of a TV schedule. So, like, I never knew when new episodes were on. I would just kind of watch it. So, I've never seen the series all the way through. Saw the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Saw the Turbo movie. Where the kid magically transforms into an adult man when he gets powers.
Not the first time that's happened in Super Sentai related things.
So yes, I'm very much I very much knew Power Rangers, and but that's where I stopped. Like, after In Space, which I remember In Space would be considered like the best series because it was like there's actually like storylines and shit.
Yeah.
From what I've heard,
there's always storylines in Power Rangers, but the difference with In Space is that the storylines don't suck. Is that they're actually really good. Keaton, welcome into the chat. Cutie Pie P-chan is in the chat. We are just quoting Sonic R lyrics. So don't mind us. What we are chatting about tonight, Keaton, is our 2025s. We're going to look back on we're going to have a little catch up and talk about what we've experienced this week. But then we're going to take some time to... I have a curated list, and so does Josh. Josh is so good at ranking things, and he loves ranking things.
Go fuck yourself. I had no time. I was so busy this last week, especially the last day and a half, because we lost power and our house got down to fucking like 49 degrees, and it was cold as shit. I have no mental space for this.
That's
So
fine.
fuck you.
I'm just playing. Yeah, I have a curated list of my top 10 experiences, and then Josh will share some as well. I think we can probably guess some of each other's, but
If okay, you know
ooh,
what? If you had to guess one of mine right now, I'll try to get because I'm trying to guess like what one of yours would be.
okay,
Actually, no, what? No, I know what one of yours would be.
yeah,
Um, but what I'm gonna guess for you, it was the One Piece commercial.
ooh, okay. That is in my honorable mentions. That didn't even that
Wow.
didn't even crack top 10. That's how like I ranked these based on like my out of 10 scores, and that was like kind of low. Like I had a lot of things that were above 10 or above so that I gave it 8.25 out of 10, which I only took some points off of that because it was an incredibly long day. Like not just the shooting day, but it was like the transit to get there. We had to like sleep on the train because we were up all night. It was like a 10-hour shoot in the heat of summer for us to be in the commercial for like 3 seconds.
Hmm.
But it was very cool. Oh, what's up, Shadowed? Welcome, welcome. We're talking about our favorite experiences from 2025. But that one's because I lost all my numbers when I copied them from
Then
docs into
if
this.
that one's in the honorable mentions, I'm gonna guess Ninja Gaiden 4 is somewhere on there.
Ninja Gaiden 4 is in my top 10, very high up on my
All right.
top 10. Not my number one though.
Okay.
And I would say,
So
let me just
yeah.
say, just for I'm not going to talk about all of these, but for uh, just for an example, so 10, 11, 12. I have to do this manually because when I pasted this into my notes app, I lost my numbering from Google Docs.
That's why you should do what I do and don't rank them and just just pick a number one. It's a lot easier, Andrew.
No, I want to illustrate how far down the list being in a One Piece commercial is, which is so fucking cool and like once in a lifetime experience. And yet there are still so many things that I would sooner do again, which is kind of how I rank things. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. It's 21 of my top experience. So pretty high up there. But it doesn't crack the top 10. For you, I would say.
I'm
What?
trying to do a quick ranking right now.
Okay. I have a
Like just
feeling.
putting it in a loose order.
Yeah. And mine are like everything that I cover in all my review graphics, as you've seen. So there's red is for film and animation, orange is for food and drink, yellow is tabletop, green is video games, blue is adventure. So like just going and doing cool things, like the One Piece commercial. Purple is the arts, so music, cosplay, museums, things like that. And then pink is wellness. The only thing that I've reviewed from wellness this year was getting my wisdom teeth out, which was a 2 out of 10. So definitely not cracking the top 10. So these are just like
makes sense.
all across the board experiences. I would say for you, first one that comes to mind, especially with what you just shared, probably getting a wood pellet stove.
No, actually.
Oh, okay. You were so jazzed about that.
I am jazzed about that. It's just one of those things since when I made this list, I was literally like, okay, just what's coming to mind? First things that pop into my head.
Yeah.
And that I didn't even think about it. That would that make it above what? You know what? Like on it wouldn't make the top 10, but it like I think it's one of those things where like on a practical objective level it should be in the top 5 because we'd be fucking freezing otherwise. But in all honesty, because we've only really had to use it in the first couple months of the year and the last couple months of the year, the other like 8 we haven't had to touch it. So it's
I
like
guess that's true.
It's while it is arguably probably more important than some of the other ones, it's just not on an emotional level. It hasn't done much because especially when you lose power, which spoiler alert, I lost power. I already said that.
Yeah.
God damn it. It's been a day and a half. Because I lost power, the wood pellet stove didn't work because it has to be plugged into the wall.
Yeah, he's got brain freeze. Um, yeah, that's nuts. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like my part of my criteria is what do I like? How sooner do I want to experience this again, and how much did it like move me in general? Like my number 2 and number 3 being so close together, some people might say that is a travesty. However, to me, how much they moved me and how much I want to experience them again, definitely put them really high. Let me see what else for you.
Let's do one more guess because otherwise we could be here all night.
We'll be here all
It's
night.
already
Yeah.
going to take us a long time to do the 10.
I hope. Maybe I'm being. Maybe this is kind of selfish of me, but I hope that one of your answers is watching Arcane.
No, not even
Damn
close.
it!
Not even close.
Oh.
Arcane was really good, but it's in general for a media like. Let me look at this. Not a single thing on this is me playing a game.
Whoa! Okay, I was trying to stay away from that because I thought you would want to talk about games.
If we're going with all experiences,
Yeah.
I like video games a lot, but I think that's why you and I we have very different tastes in games, but I think one of the reasons you and I connected so much on a personal level and became friends is we are both suckers for nostalgia.
Yeah.
And nostalgia is a lot of it is tied with a time of your life, not necessarily whatever the thing may be.
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
It's Hari Party.
That's on there, yes.
Yeah.
That's not number 1, but it's on there.
Okay, I got one. I'm happy with that.
And actually, you know what? I apologize. There are no games, but there is one of these things is a media property.
I
We'll
thought
leave
that
it
was
at
your loophole to tell me it wasn't a specific game, but because it was gaming related.
I mean, yeah, it's not a specific game. There hasn't been a single game that I've played this year that has wowed me to the point where I like had to sit back and go, "Whoa!"
Holy crap!
Like, I mean, you know what? I while we're talking, and leading up to it, I can because I don't think I'm going to be able to beat another game this year unless I beat. I have I have tomorrow still, but I did beat 31 games this year.
Wow. Okay.
I ended up beating 31 games, and it's funny. The last 3 happened within the last week.
That's wild. I'm so surprised because 4 of my top
Maybe
10.
not the last week.
4 of my top 10 are games. I'm surprised. I don't want to say too much, but there's one that I'm surprised that is not on there. If it's not a game. What is the Uninvited 2, Keaton? I don't know what that is. We've been waiting 30 years. Dang.
Uninvited. So Uninvited is an NES game, and I believe it's one of Keaton's favorites.
Wow. Give me an elevator pitch, Keaton.
I believe it's an NES game. I want to double check. Yeah, Uninvited it's a point and click adventure game. It was originally for computers, but it did get ported to the NES in '91.
Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, we're kind of already talking about it, so we can just dive right into this. Or is there anything that
Can
you
I
want to
just show you just two Christmas gifts that I got?
Okay, I was gonna say we can do like our catch up first. Maybe that's our little teaser for more things to come. What do you have anything to show? You said you had something to show.
I don't want to do too much of a catch up just because we're, like I said, we'd be here for fucking ever.
Yeah.
But just to show you 2 things that I'm really jazzed about that I got for Christmas. Let's see here. I don't know how this is going to look. Courtney got me a Die Hard Christmas hoodie.
Oh, yeah. The Nakatomi Plaza. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
That's great.
Fucking love that.
Keaton, sorry. I meant an elevator pitch for the first game. I've never heard of the... So I guess you rescue your sister. How does it play?
It's a point and click adventure.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I must have missed that.
Then the other thing, my mom got me this for Christmas. It is a beautiful box set of the Narnia
Oh
books.
my God, your mom got me that too. That's
And
sick
it's a
though. How
nice
many are
like
there? 8?
seven,
Okay.
seven.
That's one less than I thought.
Yeah. So I've been yeah. So I've only read it like in my lifetime. I've read Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, The Magician's Nephew, and then parts of Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Hmm.
So I read about like three and a half of them. So I technically made it halfway through the series. Um,
Ooh,
and but yeah, I'm excited to read the rest. I'm going to be once I finish the book I'm currently reading. I'm going to be diving back into the Narnia books, and I'm very excited.
nice. Shadowed says, pick
And
which
it's,
flavor of energy drink I open tonight. Mango strawberry or tropical pineapple mango. I say crack them both open and just double fist them. No, you may die. I'm actually going to vote mango strawberry. That sounds super
that
good.
would be my vote too, because I am not a pineapple fan.
Those are two of my favorite fruits. Hey, Luigi!
Luigi, what's up, buddy?
Luigi Mangione is in the house.
Luigi.
Uh, why do I always show up when we're
Do-
talking about C.S.
Does that
Lewis?
really happen?
That's so funny. Gilmer always shows
Yeah.
up when we're making inappropriate jokes. Luigi always shows up when there's a CEO to whack. That's
That's a never-ending supply.
never winning supply.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, and the last thing, I'm not gonna. I don't have to show it, but I got Ghost of Yote.
Oh, sick.
Yote. Really looking forward to playing that. Really looking forward to playing that. And then it's not here yet, but it's on the way. My parents got me Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
Very cool. Nice.
Yes. So that's about it. I don't know what the delay was for that, but okay.
I guess I'll tell you. I was working with the lady of the house to coordinate getting that for you to reveal on stream, but I didn't hear anything back from her. So
You didn't buy it, did you?
no, I did not. Courtney was gonna get it, and I was gonna Venmo her for it. I was gonna do another headphone reveal. But she probably didn't get it because maybe she knew that you got it.
No lie. I sometimes when right before we stream, I look in my drawer just to make sure there's nothing hidden there. Not often.
Oh my
it's like
God.
once in a while.
That's
I'm
so
like,
funny
what
that
the
you
fuck
have
is this?
PTSD over receiving gifts.
Over a nice gift, over a kind gesture.
The all awards winning
But-
game. Yeah, basically.
Now, this is not a topic for today, but I think we should put a pin in this topic because Clair Obscure, it got caught with having AI generated art assets that were removed for human made ones, but it's led to a whole bunch of discourse about
Yep.
AI in video games, and I think that game specifically has a really weird spot in it where it's like a phenomenal game. It's won shitload of awards. It's like it's a prime example of what the medium of gaming can be. But they also used AI in the development, so it's kind of like this weird juxtaposition where it doesn't fit every narrative. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it can't be made with AI because they ripped out all the AI stuff for their own human made things, but at the same time they still used AI in the pre-production. So it's excuse me. So it's like that where's the line that we draw for AI? Because I'm firmly against it. I'm firmly against Gen AI. I think it's an abomination. But what happens when shit like this happens? It's not a conversation for today. I don't have my thoughts aligned with it, but I feel like that's a conversation in general that gamers and the public at large are going to start having to have.
Yeah. I think I do have some thoughts. I need to think about it again. But my thoughts may surprise some people about this. What a tease for next year. We'll talk about that next year. Sweet. Well, now that my mind is all abuzz, and I maybe the the spiked drink that I have right now. I would say, ooh, almost spilled it. I would say things that I have to share can, for the most part, be delayed because they are not on my list. The only things that I have experienced that I want to talk about that I've experienced this week will be on my top 10 list. So there's a couple that didn't make it that we can talk about next time.
All right.
Would you like to talk about the Sega Channel documentary? Because I did watch it.
Yes, because you did watch it. Okay, yeah. What are your thoughts on it, man? Because I loved it, but I'm curious what you thought.
I wish I could tell you because I actually didn't watch it.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I'm just kidding. I did watch it, and I thought it was really cool.
Wait, I got to check my drawer again. There's got to be something in here still.
I know.
There's so much back and forth PTSD. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Check the zipper of your pants, Josh.
Oh my God, there's a penis there.
Oh my God, it's mine. I'll let you think about that.
We're stopping this train of thought right now.
Yeah.
Because it can only get worse.
And Gilmer's not here to enjoy it. I don't need to watch it, Dottie. Right? I lived it. It was really cool to see how, because like, it's one thing, game preservation is cool and all, and it's like, yeah, there's old code, there's old stuff that can be lost to time, but when something like this really only existed in this weird ethereal airwave, it came over cable, like, it almost like, when it's done, it's almost like it never existed. And that's how it felt for so long when people would talk about the Sega Channel. I forget if I mentioned it, but I did have one friend who was rich enough to have it.
Keaton.
So glad I was able to listen tonight. Good thing it's not weird or anything. It's never weird. It's always super normal. I have like super vague memories of one friend when I was in like third grade maybe like second grade, being rich enough that they had the Sega Channel, and one of the what's coming through right now? What is this? Is this a follow? Bits? There's stuff.
It's Bits from Shadow.
Stuff going on the stream. 5 Venus. We got 5 Venus from Shadowed Mage. Thank you for the bean eye. Is the plural of penis peni? That's hilarious. Shenanigan. No, Shenanigan was the one that we had from our college days.
Shenanigan, multiple shenanigans.
Yeah. I always thought I forget if we would say this one. Singuli. I always thought that was funny because it's like multiple single things. Or just multiple things.
I don't know if we've ever said singuli, but I think we should. That's a great joke.
I said that. I worked at GameStop. I've said that with some GameStop friends. Singuli was one of my go-tos.
That's pretty good.
And hilarii, I like that one. The one menu, because I didn't realize that the menus changed like per update. For Sega Channel
every month,
but the one that was like, it kind of looked like Toe Jam and Earl, like with the kind of wiggly text. That's the one that I like unlocked a memory for me. I was like, oh my God, that was the one. And I couldn't even tell you what we played. Like I want to say we played that weird half version of Mortal Kombat 3 with half the roster. But I also I think there was a Sonic game that we played as well. But I have such vague memories, but it blew me away. Being like, I didn't understand it then. Like he was saying, like, oh, it comes in the cable like the TV does. Like how do video game? You can't play the TV. I didn't understand it then. I barely understand it now. But seeing the lengths that they went through to preserve this ethereal code from a very short-lived failure of a of an experiment uh, was super cool, and I like the way that they presented it. And what a victory for game preservation. And I also poked around their website too, the Heritage Video Game Heritage Project,
Video Game History Foundation.
History Foundation. That was it. And just like
Yeah.
Googling even like super obscure games, like of course I looked up, or not Googling, I used their search engine for obscure games like Phantom Dust, and even finding like magazine articles about obscure games like that. It really made me want to take a deep dive. So, wow.
I'm so glad they were able to get that research tool up. Like, it's just incredible. Because like I remember for years one of their biggest criticisms was like, well, they're taking all this money in donations and what are they doing with it? Like, we don't see any fruits of their labor. And like this year it's exploding. Like, you can like they did the Sega Channel documentary on Christmas Day. They released a documentary on the NES, but specific to the NES's launch, because here's something interesting. Now, you have, you can think of like the whatever game console was released on this, like the Sega not Sega Saturn, sorry, the Sega Dreamcast. What was it, 9/9/1999,
Yeah.
right? Like they had like marketing dates to advertise the release of a console
Yep.
and whatnot.
November 9th, 2004.
And real quick, Nintendo, we did this in Japan, but wouldn't recommend it. Sega dives in like Scrooge McDuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, because they did that thing too
Um,
with the carts that you would load at, like, you go to like the 7-Elevens or Family Mart, and then
Well, that's a different thing though. Like, this is like, because the Sega Channel is delivered via cable. But they did have stuff like that in Japan. Yeah.
yeah, Frank Cifaldi is and has always been my boy. I remember reading his stuff 15 years ago. Holy crap!
Yep.
Wow.
And so he did a video. He was actually the host of the NES video. But what's interesting about the Famicom, or the NES, excuse me, the launch of it, is that for years it's actually been a mystery when it first came out in the US, because there was so little documentation about it. There was no hard launch date or firm release date, because back when the NES was coming out, remember, in North America, sorry, and this is specific for any of our, if there's anyone watching this internationally or outside of North America, all of this is very hyper specific to North America, because the console market in North America was largely dead. The great video game crash of 1983. That is a thing, but that's very specific to North America. It was not a worldwide thing. It was specific to North America, and like the home computers were still popular enough, but they were also prohibitively, excuse me, expensive. So only like upper middle class and higher could really afford one. So when the NES came out, they had to do a lot of work to convince retailers to put it in stores. So the NES, when it came out in 1985, first launched in New York City, in a small, and not a small demographic, but just the New York City metro area,
Yeah.
like in the surrounding areas. That's it. But even then, like, there was no like, here's the release date, because they had to basically like set up kiosks and do all these other different things to like entice people to want to buy it. So the documentary is really cool, because Frank shows all the research and everything that leads up to that led up to like the why they changed the design from what the Famicom was in Japan, and why they changed it to what it was in North America. There's actually a lot of, you can see, Andrew, like some of the early production design for the NES that prior to what we know it as now.
That's dope. I would love to know why they changed the design. Like,
There's some things where they do know and some things they don't know. In all honesty, the original design looks fucking badass. Like, I like how the NES looks,
the white and red.
but the original design prior to that looked so. Yeah, the Advanced Video System was what it was called, exactly, Luigi.
The AVS.
It's really fucking cool.
Is it the
if
same
I can,
channel that this one was on? The Sega channel?
yep,
Is it the same YouTube
the
channel that
video
the
game
Sega channel documentary was on?
yeah, yep,
Nice.
Video Game History
I'll
Foundation.
check that out.
It's really cool to see. It was funny though. Frank posted about it on Blue Sky. There was one dude who commented on it, and it's like, because they talk about like why they changed it to a front loader. I forget all the reasons for it because I watched it, but I didn't write down any notes for it. But it's funny because there was some guy who's like, they didn't change it for the reasons you said. They changed it because they wanted to look like a VCR, so it could, appeal to the consumers who already knew what a VCR was. And Frank replied to it as like, strange. My source is the guy who designed it. What's yours?
I love stuff like
Like,
that.
he's like, I interviewed the man who designed how this looks and works.
Right.
What's your source, you son of a bitch? I was so funny to see that.
Your source is my uncle works for Nintendo, I swear.
Pretty much.
I love
So yeah, anyway, it's really cool. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I love seeing people get humbled like that, especially like I remember one time somebody said some shit about I'm sure it was on Twitter about fake woman doesn't know anything about Cyclops, because she's talking about how it actually isn't heat vision that he uses. And then some incel was like, well, what the fuck do you know about comics, you fake gamer girl or fake nerd girl? Mm-hmm. And she was like, I wrote X-Men for 15 years. What about you? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I love them getting put in their place. It's great.
I sent you a link in Discord so you can see it. And actually the thumbnail has like the original design that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
It's
yes.
Wild.
Yes, Shadow. That was Gail Simone. That was great. I almost said R.I.P. I don't know why I almost said that. Like, she's alive. She's fine, as far as I know, anyway. Unless this is breaking news that I just got beamed to my brain via the Sega Channel implant that I got in my head in the 90s. Oh, Josh, you look like you're getting ready to square up with your camera.
I was trying to adjust the camera because it was a little bit high, so I wanted to angle it down a bit more.
She gets that all the time on social media. I bet. I'm sure. Losers. Two things of note that I did write down because I wanted to call them out. The TLC PSAs, like if there has there's never been a more 90s commercial ever than TLC coming out and talking about the Sega Channel and how like you should isn't it like an anti-bullying thing or like just like be who you are and follow your dreams and don't let anybody tell you what to do, and it's like in the background you can hear like the don't go chasing waterfalls. It's so good. Left Eye still had both of her eyes. Like, that's how old that was. And then the other thing was the Kurt the Hedgehog. Like, maybe the first instance of a Sonic OC came on because I didn't know the art thing that they did. Like, people would send in art and then they would broadcast the fan art out to but then they had like furry sonas for the fake characters that they would write their blogs as. Like the whole, like the one character was like Psycho Cat, and they would write these little like blurbs. Like Sega of America would write out these like blurbs that they would send out over the Sega Channel, and it would be like signed Psycho Cat, and then people would draw art of what they thought Psycho Cat looked like, or like the one was like General Iguana or something, and then they would send in the art, and then the next month they would broadcast out like really bad crunchy pixelated versions of the scans of these people's art, and somebody sent in the Sonic OC, maybe the first Sonic OC of all time, and of course it was just
what is an OC? Original character,
yeah.
Okay.
OC, do not steal. We caught Keaton's attention with the talk of furries. And it was like Kurt the Hedgehog, and it was just like a red Sonic with like a sword and jeans. It's like, of course this is what it is.
The Kingdom Hearts Sonic.
Yeah. Did you ever do the thing where you Google your name, the Hedgehog? Like if you Googled Josh the Hedgehog?
No, I'm afraid to. I'm going to do it right now.
That's what I mean. Keep safe search on, but but yeah. Everybody look up Your Name the Hedgehog, and whatever the first one is your Sonic OC. It's usually so bad. Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Keaton's working on stuff for their Furry Con. Wait, not for Anthrocon, right? That's July. Unless you're like getting a real early start.
Keaton, what's the one that you have? I think it's like Atlanta. I forget what it was. I know you're down in like Georgia area, or no, you're not. You drive a distance though to do volunteer work for it. I forget. I remember you've said the name of the con a bunch. Furry Weekend Atlanta. There we go.
Oh, okay. Nice. What was I was just watching something and I was like, how did we not all end up as furries in the night? It was something from the 90s.
Anything with Lola Bunny, man.
Oh my god, we had Lola Bunny. Josh knows me very well. I have overshared for sure.
No, you have not overshared. You're a friend.
I think Gadget. Oh my god, yes.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Low Baka 1977. Yep, Gadget. Never, not my personal taste. Yeah, Disney's Robin Hood. Lola Bunny is just like top though. Like, I don't know if you get any more. Like, awooga, like eyes bugging out, tongue unrolling. Oh man, what was it though? We were just watching something, and I was like, how did this?
I couldn't tell you.
How was this allowed? Yeah, Robin Hood definitely inspired a generation. Kovu in Lion King 2. We saw those bedroom eyes that Nala was giving Simba in the first one too. Like, my god. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I'd argue the Muppets too. If you ever watch the original Muppet movie,
really?
There's a bizarre, overly sensual sex scene with Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Oh,
it's not like it's one of those things where it just looks like they're like tumbling around romantically, and they're not actually like doing anything. But it's very much like, this is supposed to be a sex scene, but it's a kids movie, so we can't have it be a sex scene.
Oh, okay. What the heck?
It's really uncomfortable to watch.
Do they just like go under the covers and then just the hands come out and they just do?
No, it's like they're on a boat and all of a sudden they sink down to below where you can see the into the basin of the boat type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
That's
wild. It's really unsettling watching this frog puppet and a pig puppet like sensualize each other. It's really strange.
Does she say, "Kermie, I want you to pork me"? Oh my god. Anyway, I do like the point raised that I think with Peg and Lady and the Tramp, there's a very deliberate choice to make a dog walking away look sexy. That is true. Like, somebody had to make that and sign off on it. Somebody had to be like, "Yup, looks good. Send it out."
That's one sexy dog butt.
Yep, I sure want to fuck that dog. You know me. And we want to make it so that other people want to fuck this dog.
A giant drag of a cigar.
Yeah. Or just like
that's one sexy dog.
Rips a line of coke off of the boardroom table and goes, "Yo, we should make this dog and make everybody want to fuck the dog." You know what I mean?
Now Luigi's thinking of Miss Piggy and Jeff Keighley and Bora Bora.
Oh my god. That was such a weird segment. Well, speaking of, we got something coming through. New follower from Singulus the Shenanaguy. Whoa. What?
What?
Shenanaguy. Wait. Who is that?
Multiple shenanigans.
Singuli the Shenanaguy. Somebody.
Who is this?
Did somebody make a new account based off of the joke that we just made to follow us? Oh, well, now we got to follow from Lobach in 1977, so now I kind of think I know who it is. That's great. Singuli the Shenanaguy.
That should be your mascot. That should have been your mascot for the experience.
I know. What have I done? I'm going to throw Bite the Shark out. Anyway. Dodger from Oliver and Company is a good pick. Like, he wasn't overtly sexual, but like he just had that confidence. He was like, "Yeah, I'm cool. Why should I worry? Why should I care? So I used to have a little Fisher Price tape deck that was like white with like bright like red or blue or green buttons. I can't remember.
The account was created 9 minutes ago, FYI. But
Nice.
they spelled it singulus instead of singuli, but close enough.
Oh, Singulus the Shenana guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's I guess supposed to be Singuli, like plural singular things, and Shenana guy like plural, like you would say cacti for cactus.
Yeah.
Shenani gi.
And it's a shy guy avatar.
Oh, that's so funny. Billy Joel can get it even as a dog. I mean, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that, Luigi. Anyway,
we should start our top tens.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be a sexualized animal. Oh, the pink femme winged horse from Hercules. Whoa, the deep pull from the love of my life, Cutie Pie P-chan. That's a great one because she's like, over here, big boy. Yes. If anybody knows what that is, the fake horse Pain and Panic are disguised as in Hercules. What a pull. Holy crap. Okay, yes, you are right.
I wouldn't.
We should probably talk about our top 10.
Because we're already like over an hour in.
We're 45 minutes in. Animal Olympics. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have something really wholesome for my number 10. Oh, wait, no, I can talk about honorable mentions first before I get to the proper 10. Some of these may be surprising that they're not on my top 10. The animal doesn't have to be sexualized. It would have to be an animalistic character you look up to. Bernard! Solid choice. Bernard is great. I do. And Miss Bianca could get it. I mean, Miss Bianca was classy. Okay. So I'll just go through some of my honorable mentions, going from bottom up. And yes, Lobaka, Rescuers Down Under, top 3 Disney movie, and one of the only 2 Disney movies where the sequel is better than the original. I'll let you argue over which one the other one is in the comments. There's one answer.
Frozen 2.
Yes, actually. Okay, well, you got it already. Never mind. You can. That's it. Ava Gabor, totally. So going from bottom up, my most recent one, my lovely lady and I just did a little activity. So on my bucket list is skydiving. Is what? Something about sex?
You just said, no, you said my lovely lady and I just did an activity. And I went, it's called sex.
It's called sex. It is on my bucket list too. I do want to do it before I die. Like directly before I die. But no, if skydiving is on my bucket list, then this, I guess, is on my cup list. We went indoor skydiving.
Oh, I've done that before.
Oh,
That's
sick.
fun.
I have a little certificate here and everything. We went to this place in Baltimore. It was a bit of a hike, but we went there. We did
There's one near us. Near.
It's actually.
I'm not going to say where.
Yeah, it's yeah. There's one way nearer to you than me, but is that where you went?
Way nearer to me. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but no, this was Baltimore. We had another reason to go there, which was to get the best Korean barbecue of all time, which is also in Baltimore. Oh my god, I could talk about that place forever. But yeah, super cool. My whole body hurts. This was this weekend, so like I'm still sore. Were you sore afterwards? Mm-hmm. Did you feel like you've been hit by a car the next day?
I don't remember, in all honesty. Yeah, don't really remember, unfortunately.
Okay.
It was cool, though.
It
was really cool.
You're fighting the air. It's like 200-mile-an-hour air, and it's just like... My shoulders and my back are killing me. But it was a ton of fun. And in between the sessions of like the normies going, the like coaches would get in and just get like sucked up the tube and just doing like crazy tricks and flips and dips and like go all the way up to the top, curl up into a ball, fall straight down, and then spread out right before they hit the bottom, and then just like float there again. Oh, it was dope.
Really cool.
Yeah, I wanted like I want to practice that. Like I want to just be able to go in the thing by myself and just kind of mess around and get the feel for like what does what, because the flights are like a minute long, so like you're kind of like in adrenaline, and it's over before you know it. So I wanted to just like dick around and see, like, I'm sure I'd probably get myself killed, but like I just want to see like how can I get myself to go up higher? How do I move my body around? Like I wanted to feel I wanted to have like more agency, I think, because the guy was just kind of like moving us around and was like, oh, okay, now you go this way, put your hand this way, and you'll go this way. And then he floated up with us, which was cool. But I'm gonna post some videos about it probably on the Experience Point socials, because they take videos there and they send them to you. So that was rad. When did you do this?
Couple of years ago. I want to say it was definitely pre-COVID.
Nice.
I want to say like 2017, 2018 or something like that. It was a lot of fun. I do remember just like if you stand in it, like it won't push you up, which is so surreal. As soon as you like tilt sideways, and all of a sudden it's like whoa,
yep,
you shoot up in the air.
Yeah,
they did let us if we were down low, they would like take their hands off of us, and we would like they teach us, like, just all you had to do was just to tilt your hands. That's all it took.
Yeah,
was to get you to go one way and get you to go the other. It was really cool.
It's wild. And when you think about it, like planes, when they're turning, all they're doing is just like the little rudders are just moving ever so slightly, and it'll move the whole plane a significant amount. So yeah, that's so cool. Another honorable mention, an experience that I did talk about, so I don't have to talk about it again, but getting to see Flo live. Oh my god. Yeah. All of the Naruto memories, while there's in front of a big ass screen playing like the best moments from Naruto, like, and all they play the openings while they're playing the song for the openings, and oh my god, it was all Naruto themed. They played all the songs. It was amazing. They covered songs that they didn't do, like Yura Yura, which was great. Super cool. Room full of nerds. It was great. That was an 8.25. Indoor skydiving, I gave an 8. I have over 30 items on this list of just things that I gave above an 8. So like I had a pretty good year, all things considered. 8.25, Steambot Chronicles. I had a ton of fun playing Steambot Chronicles for the first time and talking to Sam from Dogwood Gaming, who's trying to get that game revived. I had several people join just to watch me play this game and experience it, and they helped me out, and they've come by other streams, and I'll be forever grateful for the connections that I've made just through this very, very, very obscure PS2 game. Which, if you're curious, this is what sold it to me. It's on the back of the box. It's Studio Ghibli with mechs. And it's rad as hell. It was on the PS2. One Piece commercial, 8.25. That's got to go in there. I mean, come on. I got to be in a One Piece commercial. Oh my god, it was so cool. I think the only game... I have 2 games on here in the honorable mentions that didn't make the list, but came pretty damn close, and that was Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. It was awesome, Keaton. Oh my god, it was so cool. Check out the Experience Point Instagram. My most recent review is talking about that, so you can see the screen cap from Police and I in the commercial, and you can I think there's a link to the full commercial, but I also wrote up a little bit of stuff about it. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk I beat this year, barely. In like January, I beat Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and then another 8.5, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Maybe surprising that it's not on my top 10.
No, one actually question for you with
Hmm.
Ninja Gaiden. Did you first play the 3D ones or the 2D ones?
Ooh, I
Like, what
th-
was your entry point into the series?
I think I had played like at some friends' houses the 2D ones, but I never owned them until because you can play the original NES one in the first 3D one um, if you get all of the scarabs. So I would say technically the 2D ones, but I really owned and played and got into the series with the first 3D one.
Okay. So that's why I would say that's not surprising then, where I'm assuming the other one ranks, considering you got into the series with 3D. So it's like, it's like I like 2D platformers well enough, but
Mm,
like 3D platformers is where my heart is because that's what I got into the genre with.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to surprise you or anyone where this where the Ninja Gaiden 4 is ranked, especially considering I beat it last night. Um, uh, two more quick honorable mentions. One is food. The
Just food.
Popeyes,
The concept of
just
food.
food and food in general is just
Just food.
food got an honorable mention. It didn't make the list.
Shout out to food.
Shout out to food. Food, if you're watching, I love you. Uh, somebody makes an account that's just food, drops a follow.
Shout out to food.
Yo, and water?
I got followed by food.
Water, pretty good. Maybe underrated. No, one of the two items of food that made it to my top experiences of the year, the Popeyes pickle glazed chicken sandwich with an 8.5. Uh,
Mm.
that was so damn good. But the caveat is you have to like pickles because it was intense on the pickle flavor. Obviously, it had pickles on it, and it was glazed in some kind of pickle glaze that, as far as I'm concerned, was made with pure orgasm and cocaine. So uh, I was legitimately addicted to it. I ordered it like 7 times, I think, in the like
I didn't
month.
even. Do they not make it anymore?
No, it was like a
Was it like a
limited thing
limited
that
thing?
was yeah. It was only going for like
Damn.
a month. And I ordered it so many times. I kept DoorDash in business. And then the only one I was sad that this didn't make it to my top 10, but it's the only tabletop one going playing our tabletop game called the Golden Rot. Please, if you're interested in a new tabletop experience that is not just high fantasy, it's kind of steampunk fantasy. It's a magical industrial revolution
Hmm.
type of story. You can check it out on the Experience Point YouTube. We had we haven't played it in a while because of the cliffhanger ending that was our kind of unprepared non-planned season finale. Some stuff goes down, and it was super cool. So it was Police and I. It was GM'd by our buddy Kiernan and had three of our other local and not so local friends. But they're all great. We're all theater nerds or artsy nerds of some kind. It was a ton of fun. Andrew, when you get a second, I posted the search result for Poppy the Hedgehog in the still loading Discord. Not me, but still pretty cool. Oh, okay, nice. I will. I'll go check that out, and I will. God, if I want to embarrass myself, I'll post the Andrew the Hedgehog. I don't know why that would embarrass me. Like I made it. Um, but yeah, the Golden Rot. Please check it out. It's fucking rad as hell, and I'm not just saying that because I'm part of it. Like I would listen to this. Um, yeah. Well, I've talked for a long time. Josh, do you have any honorable mentions that you just want to talk about before you get into your list proper?
I mean, I would say the pellet stove, like you mentioned before, like to
Yeah.
just because shout out to that thing. That thing's awesome. Um, not really. This, I, to be honest, like you mentioned coming up with a top 10 list. I was like, okay, I could do that. I'll try, I should say. And then everything in it just so much happened over the between Christmas and now, because we hosted Christmas. We went to my family's. We hosted Christmas. There's also like dealing with family drama that I will not go into here.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then power outages and just so much everything, and I'm just very mentally drained still.
Yeah.
Also, I just finished editing my first episode of the year, and the reason we couldn't do Talk Tuesday last week is because I was recording the first episode of the year, and it's 3 hours long. So it
Damn.
I had to spend a lot of time focusing on editing that as well as a bunch of other stuff, and it was just so I didn't have as much time to put thought into this. So when I created my list, I literally was just like, okay, think about like just memorable things. Like, what are the first memorable things that pop in my head this year?
Mm.
And I just kind of what it was. So um, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. That's an honorable mention. That was a
Nice.
really fun game.
I'm surprised that
Pleasantly
didn't make
surprised
it.
by that. It wasn't as good as the top 10. Like, it was
Okay.
good, but w- there are very few games that really that speak to me on such an emotional like. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, actually. I've talked about it before about like I don't know if I've talked about it on here. I've talked about like my losing my religion a little bit. I don't know
Mm.
how much I've said on here.
Yeah,
Um,
the REM song.
no, you know what I'm talking about. Losing
I
my
know.
faith.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
um, and I've realized that one of the things that I connect with, like where I find my spirituality almost, is with community.
Mm.
And so I'm looking at my top 10, and a lot of it is just communal type of stuff, like
Mm.
interacting with other people. Like, there are video games adjacent things, but almost everything here is like me getting to be with a community, and it
Mm.
really I've realized now that is where, like, I think the reason the podcast has become so fulfilling for me, because one, I do like video games. I've loved them for years. I will continue to love them. They're great, but I think the podcast has become an extension, has given, like, video games have just become an excuse to find for the podcast, so I can find like-minded people and just cool people to talk to and hang out with. And
Mm.
that's why I have to figure out what I'm going to write, but I do those really sappy end of the year posts where I tag every single guest on the podcast for the year,
Mm.
because it really means a lot to me. I could, like, doing the podcast has genuinely made my life better. And I'm not talking about because I get review copies of books every now and then, or the 2 or 3 review copies of games I've gotten, like indie games. Actually, I got one, like, I got a HD remake of a game, or a remaster. I got it's a PS1 game. It's Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I got
Oh,
the
nice.
H. Did not enjoy
I
that
was
game.
gonna say, yeah, you love that one.
That game can go die in a ditch. It's
Ooh.
overrated.
It's the last review copy you'll get. No.
But no, the port itself was fine. It was just the game wasn't my cup of tea. Anyway, but like it, the podcast, those are all nice perks. Um, but like being able to do this and interact with people, and also the Patreon, not just because it's the monetary part. Well, obviously that's a very nice perk, but it's the fact that it people like what I do enough that they're
Yeah.
willing to pay me to do it. That's like a mind blowing thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just a lot of my top 10 is with specific experiences with people, not necessarily the games themselves.
Mm.
There's very few games that resonate with me on a level that's similar to like the communal aspects that I enjoy
Right.
about video games
Wow.
and podcasting.
How profound. I love that. Oh, I'm happy to have been some small part of that. I loved the episodes that we recorded for the pod this year.
Oh, yeah, man. Sorry, I dropped something I was looking for. No, but
The mic.
yeah. No, yeah, the mic. No, but like I'm assuming it's going to be on your list, the Boku no Natsu Yasumi stuff. That like was really cool for me, but that didn't make the top 10. But that
Wow.
would be an honorable mention.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super cool. I won't. It is on my top 10. If I hadn't mentioned it by now, yeah, it's on my top 10. I will leave the placement for when I get to those. But yeah, that was so cool. Playing it a day at a time. Us playing it together,
Mm-hmm.
doing the audio diaries. That was cool. And for that type of
Mm-hmm.
game, like we could have done that with like not any other game, but like how many other games go day by day? Like a Persona game, you play those one day at a time as well. I don't think you would have gotten the same effect as playing
Yeah.
such a
No,
relaxing game
absolutely not.
like
Well,
that.
I think the reason why it didn't necessarily make the top 10 is because of the audio diary aspect of it. Because while that was cool, it became like a chore to do at some point where I'm like, okay, I have to play this. I'm done. All right, I played the day.
Mm,
That was fun. Oh, I got to record my thoughts on the day now. And it was still fun. Like, I don't regret doing it, but it did become a little bit of a chore like thing. Just a smidge. Like, not enough to like ruin it by any stretch. It was still overall enjoyable. But yeah.
I'm surprised. Uh, I couldn't stop myself from playing that game. Like I had to be like, oh, I can only do one day. Oh, I want to do more.
I that game I think is it I enjoyed it. But I think that's a very you game, and I mean that as a compliment. I don't mean that
Yeah,
as like a like it, like if you saw like an RTS, you're like, oh, that's a Josh game type of thing.
totally.
You know what I mean? Like or like a Ratchet and Clank style game. You're
Yep.
like, that's Josh.
Yeah.
To me, like with you really enjoy trying to figure out every ounce of emotion that you get out of a game,
Yeah.
and that game is all about stopping and smelling the roses to do that.
That's totally fair.
Uh,
That's 100% accurate.
mhm. And I think that's cool because that's one of the reasons I enjoy talking to you so much is because you're passionate about what you like.
Hmm.
It's funny. It's my wife, Courtney. She's not into any of the same things, but she likes how passionate I am about them.
Yeah.
And it's so you're my podcast wife, Andrew. I love how passionate you are
I'm
about
honored.
the
Wait,
things
let
you
me
like.
put my veil up. Put my veil over my head. Since
And
we're
it's
getting
just like
married
a Ninja
finally.
Gaiden mask.
I mean, it kind of isn't, it's black, so it's on brand. I'm ready to be wed.
I have a really funny story to tell you off mic that I just sort of thought of. I cannot tell it on mic though. I
Okay.
absolutely cannot tell it on mic.
Dang.
But I'm gonna remember it for later on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice. All right. Shall I
Let's get into the top 10.
divulge? Yeah, my top tens. Do you want to go 10, like each share our tens? Or do all
Let's
mine and
do
then do
one
all
at a time.
yours?
Do one of because if you do all yours, and vice versa, then one of us is just sitting there listening
Yeah.
for 40 minutes or however long it's going to go.
Dang. I mean, I could talk that long about each of these, but yeah, no, I like that
I
too because then we'll
mean,
both end with
usually
our
when
ones.
usually when we go just straight through, we'll hit like three things each, and it'll take 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
we're asking us to do 10 things.
It's true.
So we should alternate and try to. I'm not saying keep it brief. I don't like. I have nothing going on for the rest of the night. I don't. We don't have to end in like an hour, but like, just realize we tend to go on longer than we think we do.
You always do. A particular side effect of whatever flavor of neurodivergence I have is time blindness. Like, I was. Oh, actually, I've. Oh my god. I only gave you honorable mentions of things that I reviewed. Here's a segue into an honorable mention of something that I have not reviewed yet because I'm not done. The segue is when
A segue.
when
Riding a segue.
riding a segue. When Policia and I did the Talk Tuesday episode where we watched and ranked every single Super Sentai opening. because this year was the 50th anniversary. So 50 years of Super Sentai openings, even though they're only like a minute a piece. Just alone, that's 50 minutes. Just to watch them, much less talk about them. And we talked about all of them. And I was like, well, it'll probably take like, I don't know, a couple hours, maybe 2 hours. If the whole thing's an hour, maybe we'll talk for like 2 hours. It was like it was over 4 hours, I think. Or maybe just around 4 hours. And so, yes, I'm well aware that the time does get to go a bit long. So I heard. However, I would like to say another honorable mention, which is watching number 1 Sentai Gozyuger, which is the 50th anniversary Super Sentai. It's not over yet, but I have been watching it. I've been loving it. Very weird, very fun. And just the Super Sentai 50th anniversary in general being a big part of why this year for me. There was a lot of great programming. I was sad I couldn't make it to Japan to go to the actual they did a huge like exhibition where they have all the suits of all the Rangers of all 50 years and a bunch of the props and stuff from the show. 50 freaking years. Oh my God. But then my last honorable mention before we get to the actual list, it's only not on here because I haven't completed enough of it to say that I can rank it. Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Been loving every single second I've been playing of that game. I don't know how to consider that game beaten. Maybe just like playing every track or getting first in every track, getting gold in all the tracks like you would in Mario Kart. But yeah, still haven't done that. But good God, is that game fun. All right. My top 10 list proper begins now. My number 10 just barely made it, and it deserves a spot on this top 10 list. It just happened on Christmas. Oh my God. This isn't this isn't the top 10 experience, but a couple years ago, my grandmother passed away, my Nana. It sounded like I was teeing up saying my number 10 experience was that my Nana died. Not the case. Yeah. Not the case at all. She was like, this was the hardest family member death that I've ever had. She was kind of like the matriarch of the family. She was always cooking, always taking pictures. She, in a lot of ways, held our family together. And it's been 2 years since she passed. And every year on my birthday, she would make, she had this chicken broccoli casserole recipe that she would make. It's like, there's curry powder in it. It's like chicken and broccoli and cheese and like cream of chicken soup. It's a very like old white person recipe, but I loved it. And she'd make these orange rolls. So basically just like cinnamon rolls, but orangey instead. And the love of my life, Felisa, I don't know if she's still watching. She's off work tonight, so she may be lurking. She's
still in chat.
She is? Okay. I have too many things.
I see it in the chat list.
Yeah.
Not to creep on who's lurking, but
yeah.
Not to lurk
on the lurkers. Who lurks on
lurking
the
lurkers? On the
lurkers. Who watches the Watchmen? But yeah, so she got the recipe from my mom, and she made it for Christmas. She made the chicken broccoli casserole and the orange rolls, and it's the first time I've had them since my Nana died. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. I wept. I sobbed because it tasted exactly like I remembered it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was thanks, Keaton. It was a great experience. I feel like this one had to make the top 10. But even this thing
absolutely
that I am saying now and holding back tears in my eyes, even this is only number 10, which just tells you how exciting the rest of it is. Maybe it's not all of them hit on this emotional level, but that was a really special moment for me, and I will be Very grateful to the love of my life. And now that we have the recipe, I'm gonna probably request it a lot more often.
Once a week.
Yeah, once a day, once a meal. Uh,
Once a meal.
I only want to eat it once a meal.
Well, once a meal. It's a meal. A
Once a
meal.
meal. Anyway, yes, that is my
That's beautiful.
that is
I
my
love
number
that.
10. Yeah. Yeah, so top that. No.
I can't, man. Like I miss my grandparents dearly. I don't. I was not a fan of their cooking. Not because it was necessarily bad. It just was like they were Pennsylvania Dutch, right? It
Yep.
was just basic ass like Pennsylvania Dutch food, and it
Yeah.
was like,
Where seasoning, the only seasoning is butter.
yeah, pretty much. It was just there was no seasoning. It was. Ugh. Um, I love my grandparents for many other reasons. It's funny. Like I was saying before, how like there's very few games that like really hit me on that emotional level.
Mm.
Like Final Fantasy X is kind of one, but I also played it growing up at the time. But whenever I think of that game, I think of my grandmother because she got it for me for Christmas.
Oh,
Though it was one of those situations where my grandmother's like, I don't know, I don't understand the things he likes, and I'm going to give you money. That's her speaking to my mom.
yeah.
You buy the things he likes, and then give them to me so I can give it to him for Christmas. So,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I had a set of grandparents do that all the time because they had no idea
and
what video games were.
yeah, but like to me, that still is very sweet because it's like
Yeah.
they knew this was just out of their depth. Like this is just too much for them to understand. And whenever I think of Final Fantasy X, I think of them. So
Oh,
I miss them very dearly.
I love
That's
that.
not on my top 10 list. I did not play Final Fantasy X this year.
I was gonna say
Um,
for the first
my
time.
yeah, no, I have to rebeat it in all honesty.
Hmm.
But anyway, so uh, the my number 10 is this is an experience. This is like a moment that happened. I don't know. I don't remember if it happened during a Talk Tuesday. I think it might have happened during a recording session. I cannot remember.
Hmm.
But earlier this year on Blue Sky, I think I've talked about it before on Talk Tuesday. Um, my buddy Aiden Mower, author of Fight Magic Items, author of the upcoming book on Suikoden from Boss Fight Books, he added me to a starter pack on Blue Sky. And for those who don't
Right.
know, starter packs on Blue Sky are basically like a pack, like a group, like a list of people that generally the person making the starter pack, they usually stick to some type of theme. So he put me on an independent media starter pack, and this was in response to when Giant Bomb, before they went independent, but Giant Bomb had gotten a whole bunch of layoffs. Same with
Where'd
oh
you
my
go?
gosh, so many others. What? Sorry,
Oh, you like disappeared. Oh,
am I
okay.
still here?
Yeah, no, it was me. I tabbed out for a second because I need to pull up a visual aid for my next one, and for some reason, whenever I do that, you just go blank. But your sound was still going. You're still good. Sorry.
Okay. Um. So yeah, he added me to a starter pack, and that starter pack like blew up. I went from like a couple like 800-900 followers to 2.3 thousand or something like that.
Yo.
Like it was a huge like it was crazy how fast it blew up. And then recently, I hinted at it before. Recently, he reposted it and just said, "Hey, like it's been a tough year for games media. A while ago, I created this starter pack, and it went viral again, and I got another couple hundred followers from it. So now I'm up to like 2.6 thousand followers on Blue Sky, which is like I've only had over 1,000 followers once, and it happened. Or sorry, twice. It happened on Twitter before that went to fuck,
Hmm.
and then Instagram. And Instagram, I'm still on there. Twitter, I still have like 900 some on, but like obviously I'm not really active on it. I'm just keeping it as a placeholder in the hopes that maybe someday it'll like come back. I don't know,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so but with Blue Sky, I rate that as experience because it was just like the wildest thing where I was like recording a podcast. I had like I looked down on my phone, checked Blue Sky just for a second, and saw that I had like 60 notifications. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And then I click on it, and it was like
Follow, follow,
a
follow,
couple
follow.
likes, and then like 50 plus follows. I'm like, what is going on here? I think at one point there was like over 100 notifications. I'm
Holy
like,
crap.
what's happening?
That's awesome.
Um, so seeing it in real time and all of a sudden be like, what the fuck is going on? Um, and then the fact that Aiden added me to it was just really humbling because uh, I don't consider myself games media, like
Hmm.
not in like a classic sense.
Yeah, like you're not a journalist.
No, but like I have reviewed games that were like new periodically.
Yeah.
So like it, and I do retrospectives where I do research on individual things. So the fact that he included me on it was just very, very kind of him. Like I genuinely don't feel like I don't feel like I should be on par with anybody else that they've put in here. But because they put it in there, man, like I went from under 1,000 followers to 2.6 now,
That's
which is
awesome.
crazy.
I mean, you talk about community, like it's what it's all about. The
Yep.
the word of mouth, and like I don't say this to discredit anybody, but people who have large followings got there probably in large part because of people sharing their content, like people with bigger audiences than them shared it because they're like, hey, this is cool, I like this person, or I like this person's content, or hopefully both. So maybe they got their high amount of followers because someone higher than them shared them. So like I think it's just about keeping that community going, that energy going. Share the things that you like, uplift people who need uplift voices that need hearing. I'm not saying that in like a socio-political way. I hope nobody
I
is
mean, just
sharing
in
my
general, like
content because they think that the world needs to hear my voice in terms of like another straight white guy on the internet. But like, if you like my voice in terms of what I bring to conversations and my passion and energy and whatever, then yeah, like that's awesome. Keaton says, tell your imposter system to shag off, Josh. You do great interviews, and you broke the FF7 strategy guide map story, which, yeah, hell yeah, you did.
I mean, well, that's not like it's been picked up by any news outlets, but still, yes,
Yet.
I appreciate that.
It should. I'm going to text Game Informer. Your media about games, QED. I guess that is fair. Yeah. I guess we're
What's
both games
QED?
media. It's like a Latin phrase that's like case closed, basically.
Take your compliment, or I will give you another. Yes, sir.
Take your compliment like a good little bitch, or else I'll be nice to you.
Jesus Christ.
Be nice to him again, Keaton. Another.
But no, like it's just because the other people who are on the list are like, like Aftermath and like bigger YouTuber, like huge YouTubers and whatnot. I'm very like I'm proud of the stuff that I do. I know I do good work. But it's just one of those things where it's like I don't consider myself a journalist. I'm not like breaking news stories. I'm not doing any of that type of stuff. I just talk about what I'm interested in, and I'm interested in games. So I'm glad that has resonated with people. It's very cool. So that was my number 10, just because it's not the follower count. It's the fact that like almost that Aiden likes what I do enough, and I consider it like he does amazing stuff too. Like he's a writer and he does a lot of he's really cool. And I think it's just the fact that he likes what I do enough to include me on the list, and that meant a lot to me. Like it's someone I look up to and respect that included me on a list of their peers, and that's just very big. So that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Oh, I love that. I mean, besides the fact that even if you had gotten 10 followers or 0 followers from that was somebody that you look up to saying, hey, you made an impact in my life and I want to share this. Like that alone is awesome. But the fact that like then it blew up and you got like a bunch of followers from it, hell yeah. Win-win. Solid number 10.
I don't know how many of them are like. Now, with that said, this is a prime example of yes, that's what the point of the starter pack is.
Yes.
Like it's a really good way of of being able to, like, if someone creates a starter pack of like game history people or like game historians, and you
Yeah.
really like game history, you can literally click follow all and insta follow to like people that you will probably find interesting on the stuff they do on Blue Sky or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
and also you can create lists. Like there's like lists, and you can block the whole list. So like I follow a MAGA list, so I can just block everybody who's
Nice.
MAGA on there. It's really handy.
Excellent. That's why you blocked me
Yeah.
on Blue Sky. No.
Damn straight. Even
God,
though I
wait.
just posted your thing.
I can't make that joke in here. There's a bunch of new people in here. I am the most non-MAGA. Please do not block me. Yeah, that's rad. I love that. I love that for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
My number 9. I have talked about it on here. I should have shown this when I talked about it. I'm going to try to do it now. I'm going to set it up in real time. My number 9 was
it's going to take me a minute to see it.
Oh yeah. Oh right, because you've already seen it. But you'll hear the audio and they'll see it all in real time. I'm going to show the video that I made revealing my mascot Bite the Shark.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of furries, we can't get too far in a conversation without talking about furries.
Furries are good people, man.
I worked with I've never met a furry that I didn't like. I worked with an incredible artist, aptly named Neko Tenchi. Check out the I forget their her socials are different across all of them. Like sometimes they have a number, sometimes they don't. But check out the Instagram post for the thing that I'm about to show you. If you want to follow her, please do. Let me get this pulled up and try to. I'm going to add a source. I'm going to add a source here.
Yeah, you probably should have prepped this beforehand.
I probably should have, but I thought about it way too late. This is just going to have to do. Let me click into this, and I know there should be sound because you are also coming through my desktop. So y'all's let me know if you can hear this.
I am actually, hold on. You go ahead and talk. I'll like I can hear you.
Can you hear music?
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, I did this cool little animation. He's coming to life.
This had to take forever considering it was someone else's.
This is so much fun. There he is, my son. Yeah, there he is. I'll let him sit for a second. The music was really loud. Did you say it probably took forever?
Yeah, because like it's not like you drew it, so like having to like I don't know how you did that, like manually erase and then unerase it over time. I don't know.
I basically drew over top of it and then used After Effects to like block out the color of what I used as a mask. Almost.
Well, I didn't even mean the color. I meant how you had the lines drawing on screen, like showing it being drawn in real time.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like, so I took they sent me she sent me a sketch layer. Thanks, Keaton. Jawsome! Oh, an A+ reference. Street Sharks. She sent me the sketch layer as well. So I took that and then I drew over top of the sketch layer with like a green pen and then kind of green screened that out and then kind of in reverse.
Wow.
So you don't
That's
see
clever.
What's actually being drawn on top of it, which is the mask. Yeah, so it kind of looks like it was being drawn on. And then I also added like pencil sketching sound effects. And then when the color comes on it, it kind of gets like spray painted on and you hear like a spray paint effect. Yeah, I had a ton of fun editing this. I had a ton of fun creating this character with Neko Tenchi. Yeah, here's her thing right here. This is the Instagram for her anyway.
You know what? When you do screen transitions, you should have like Bite like chomp its way through the screen, and like left in its wake will be the new screen.
Oh, that would be
Like on
sick.
stream.
Yeah, or just like the Jaws, like
Either that, or since it's spray paint the scene transition.
yeah. There's so much that I want to do, but like, oh my god, I need to like, in order to animate things like that, I would need to like hire like an animator to do it. Like I could do like a little bit of stuff, and that's how I did this little reveal video. But holy crap, that would be a ton of work. But I want to do more things with this character. There's art that I have. I got a bunch of art done. There's art that I have that I'm gonna make emotes out of. I'm gonna start introducing him on social media graphics. But yeah, there's a lot there, and I have too many jobs right now. But yeah, so there's there's you, and there's me. Oh yeah, here's some other things that I teased when he was coming in. This little guy wants to make big waves. Yeah, ton of fun.
Shadow a lot.
Yeah, obviously, you can tell by his design where his influences come from. Oh, he disappeared. Jet Set Radio.
Hedgehog, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's Sonic art. It's Jet Set Radio. It's a little bit of Naruto.
No, Andrew the Hedgehog. You missed the joke.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, because the music started playing again. Wait, while I have this up, can I spell my own name?
I don't know. Can you?
Here's Andrew the Hedgehog. Oh yeah. There he
Honestly,
is. Wait, shoot.
Honestly, that's not awful.
Dang. I guess, but it's just Sonic in clothes.
But like, it's the jacket, man. That's a very like Jet Set Radio-esque jacket to me, with the crazy pants and the shoe. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The shirt is the only normal looking thing about it.
So weird.
No, it's even weirder. I am pretty sure they just took a picture of Sonic and superimposed everything over it. Because if you look to the left above if you look at his right foot on the left side of the picture,
yeah,
you can see Sonic's boots peeking out from behind it.
Ew. I hate that.
Do you see that?
I think so. Well, let's just while we're
It's his shoes. Yeah, it's his shoes. They superimposed just everything else over top of it. You can even see his hands behind it. Yeah.
What the hell? Josh the Hedgehog is cool.
What are you talking about? I play Yu-Gi-Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Okay, well, maybe this one I was thinking was cool. It's too much. It's obviously way over designed. But like, Josh the Hedgehog, it's so stupid. Oh my god. Anyway, before I get down a further rabbit hole, so yeah, that's Bite the Shark. I had a ton of fun designing him, and from scratch. Like, I made an extensive design document with inspirations and references and mood boards and all this shit. And even, I should have mentioned, this artist is from Colombia, so English wasn't even her first language, and we had some what am I saying?
Language barriers.
Language barriers, yeah. Like, I was going to say differences of language, but yeah, obviously. There was a bit of language barrier and some miscommunications that happened, but she was so willing to work through them, and like took feedback really well. And I was like, if I would be like, this isn't quite what I was thinking, I was kind of thinking this. Or for like the shoes, I didn't really have an idea. I was like, I kind of want like ninja shoes with the split toe, but also kind of like how Shadow's shoes with the grind plate and this futuristic cyber thing. And she sent me a couple of designs, and I picked the one that I liked, and we worked on it even more. And she was great with, like, I sent her hex codes to match the colors of the experience point branding and stuff. And it was just an awesome, extensive but awesome experience. And if you guys want any Sonic art, I don't know if Keaton might be the only person who this would relate to, but she also does like anime style art. If you're looking for some solid art, check her out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like it.
Getting to personify myself. Like, I was just like, everything that is me, I want in this character. Like, ninja, graffiti, Sonic, Jet Set Radio, like, sharks, my favorite animal. I got my shark daughter back here. My shark son, Bite the Shark, is alive and well. Anyway, what is your number 9?
My number 9 is where I play the music, I light the lights, and I talk about the Muppets. On
Nice.
Still Muppeting tonight. I've been doing Still Muppeting for the Patreon, and it's only done 2 episodes. We recorded the 3rd one, but honestly, after I finished Fast and Furious for the Patreon, I was like, man, I don't know what to do next, and it was kind of like when this kind of came about, I was like, okay, I'm interested. Like, it's something to do, but it just like. I don't know. I'm not as jazzed about this as I thought. As I was hoping, whatever the next idea would be. But then Doug and I started it, and I've just fallen in love with doing it. I love,
Nice.
I love. It's reinvigorated my love of the Muppets.
Yeah.
And it hasn't come out yet. It'll be out. I have to edit the episode, and it will be out not this Friday, but next Friday. But just a sneak peek. So we've covered so far the original Muppet movie. Muppet Christmas Carol, because obviously Christmas.
Yeah.
And then this month it's a shorter episode. It's only about an hour long, but we're looking at an episode of The Muppet Show. And so what we're doing is that we're taking turns and we periodically will break from the Muppet movies and we'll pick an episode from the original Muppet Show. And like, I got the first pick, and I chose Roger Moore, James Bond, right?
How apropos.
And what surprised me was how genuinely funny it was. Like, there's very few things that made me laugh out loud. But like some of the ideas, like the first sketch, it was a bunch of Viking pigs singing In the Navy.
Okay.
And so they're all on a boat going in the Navy, and the whole song is about them singing like, hey, come on, we want you in the captain's crew, while they're pillaging a village and taking captives. So like the joke is that they're like, hey, we want you to join the Navy, come join us Vikings, while they're pillaging a village, and kidnapping people to join the Vikings. It was
by
just
force.
Dark by force. Yeah. It's really funny. And then the Mike Lobaka says it's greatly influenced my enjoyment of that song. I didn't change my enjoyment of the song, but I like the joke of it. It didn't make me laugh out loud, but I'm like, that's actually like genuinely funny. Like, it just made me smile. The bit at the end, though, the sketch at the end that like had me rolling. And this is a spoiler for the episode that it's not out yet, but I love it too much not to spoil. They do like a fake, here's Muppets Sports Hour or whatever, and it's giving like a World of Sports update type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And they got a Muppet, being the broadcaster or the news anchor and like talking about the updates in the world of Muppet Sports. And I don't know if this is a reoccurring bit. I'm hoping it is. Like that they just choose a different thing each time, and it's like this world of sports or whatever. But the sport that the guy was highlighting was cross-country billiards.
What?
And all you see is this Muppet coming in from off camera going with a pool cue, with a pool stick going, and then sees a pool ball like on a hill, just goes and then pushes it, and it flies off screen, and he goes and then there's another Muppet that comes in behind him, and they're racing they're racing each other cross country, having to like push, like hit these pool balls to wherever they're going.
That's great.
And the sketch ends with the guy hitting it, and it lands in the antler of a deer Muppet. And the deer's like, what? And runs away. And the sound effect of the guy chasing after is literally, It just keeps on going. It was so genuinely unexpected and funny, and I loved it so much. Just the idea of cross country billiards is such a fucking great joke,
That's
and
hilarious.
just the execution of just these people exhaustedly running and just
Right. And also billiards being a sport that not really one known to be one you need to be in great shape to play.
or outdoors
Or
at all.
outdoors at all. Yeah. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I love those old
So
Muppets. Like we watched Muppet or not Muppets Christmas Carol. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas on Christmas. It's my favorite Christmas movie. Muppet Christmas Carol is probably my second favorite Christmas movie. Like those older
it's
ones
really
are
good.
just so solid. I miss Jim Henson.
So yeah, I'll keep it brief after that, but still Muppeting is on my list, even though it's relatively new. It just is a lot of fun, and that cross country billiards is the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah,
Just what a great bit!
I'm gonna have
What
to
an
look that bit up.
absolutely phenomenal bit.
Yeah. Oh, they had
I'll see if
some.
I can find it while we're chatting. But yeah,
They had some great, like, just super weird random bits like that. Um, all right, my what are we up to now? This is 8.
eight.
Yeah, my number 8. The three. Oh yeah, the first of 3 film and animations. Oh, I did get to ask Brian Henson what direction he'd pick if he were to have the Muppets go in roughly the same. Oop. Where'd it go? Roughly the same vein as Treasure Island and Christmas Carol. Oh, Keaton is signing off. Social batteries run dry. No worries.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
Keaton. Thanks for stopping by.
thanks for hanging and thanks for the support and the views and the kind words about my son. Have a great night. Happy New Year. And to our friends in Eorzea, happy Starlight. Is that Final Fantasy 14?
I do not know.
He said a
I will look.
Western.
It's Final Fantasy, yeah. Final Fantasy 14.
It is.
Good call,
Okay.
Andrew.
Yeah. I played a very little of Final Fantasy 14. I had a ton of friends who played it. I kind of want to get back into it now that I'm just about to finish up all the storylines in the Star Wars Old Republic.
Lobaka said he got to ask Brian Henson what direction he'd pick if he could pick where to have the Muppets go in roughly the same vein as Muppet Treasure Island and Christmas Carol, and he said
He
Western.
said a Western. That would be cool.
Dude, imagine like a John Wayne Muppet spoof. Like that'd be really funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking like we kind of had that with Fievel Goes West.
No, that's too serious.
Really? I thought there was I was crying laughing at certain parts of Fievel Goes West. I mean, yeah, it gets really heavy.
I haven't seen it in a while. Then I saw it once and just remembered it being scary to me as a kid.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been years, so like that is I'm realizing I'm talking out of my ass because I don't think I've seen it since I was a kid.
oh yeah, we double featured them somewhat recently. That first one is depressing as hell. Oh my god. All right, my number 8 is I am wearing the shirt. Nice. Reveal in slow motion for Josh to catch up on the delayed stream. I don't know if you'll know what it is at the Still Waiting pod. This is the logo for Go Kaiger, which is the Super Sentai of.
I know I know nothing about Super Sentai.
I know.
Why would I know that?
That's the joke. Your favorite one. No, this is Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiger. They're pirates. They're space pirates. It was the 35th anniversary series, and genuinely, I'm not just saying this as a fan of Super Sentai. Just an incredible television series. Like the characters. It's I've been waiting for Super Sentai to be this good again, and it has never been. It came out, I think, like 2011 or something. I don't know. He was figuring out Tanaka West's specific story with just the general genre. Like Fievel Goes West uses the Blues Brothers versions of Rawhide. Yeah, I got to stop reading chat while I'm in the middle of talking about things. That's ADHD brain for you. I just want everyone to feel included. Gokaiger, awesome series. Like some of the best characters and character development of some entire television shows I've seen. Not even just Super Sentai, but it's rad. They're space pirates. It's Super Sentai, so it's Japanese Power Rangers, which will always be better than the American Power Rangers. If you think Power Rangers is good, I mean, we talked about how good Power Rangers in Space was. The best episode of Power Rangers in Space is like on par with the worst episode of Gokaiger. Like it's just that's. It, I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face. You just gotta watch it. Not you specifically, Josh, but the general you.
If I ever get around to watching anything, I never have time.
I know, and these shows are long too because they're weekly. And they do them all year. Like, so there's every Super Sentai series, aside from a couple that are longer and a couple that are shorter. Most of them are 50, 51, 52 episodes because they do one every week of the year.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot. But yeah, stellar show. Loved it. So much so that I got a shirt from it. That wasn't just for that bit. I love them with all my heart. Anyway, please continue. Your number 8.
Okay, my number 8. It's another sentimental type of thing. My new house finally feeling like a home.
Aw, when was the moment?
When we put curtains up. As silly as that sounds.
No, that's not at all. Because after a big breakup that I just went through, one of the things that really made it feel home for me those couple of years ago was getting my own curtains and not having to ask anybody, input on it. I just put them up, and I was like, "This is mine. This is my space." And that it ties it all together. It's not. I don't think that's stupid at all.
We recently we hosted Christmas. That was the first time we've hosted really anything at our house. Like, it actually feels clean enough to do, like, I feel like we could have people over now. Like, it actually feels like a home now.
Yeah.
It's really nice. There's still underlying stress, like money's really tight. Our electricity bill was fucking like double what it was previously winter because the electric heat on my mother-in-law's side, but
yeah,
neither here nor there. It's just, that's really frustrating, and I don't enjoy that, and I hate it, but we're managing, we're figuring shit out, and this month actually might be the first month, with some exceptions, even though which is crazy to think, because this month will be the first month we have not had to dip into our savings.
Nice.
And we actually added money to our savings. With that said, we are lucking out that next month is a 3 paycheck month for us, and we're getting paid on Friday, which is when all the normal monthly bills are coming out. So while normally I'd be very panicked about how much money we have in there, I know we're getting paid again in a couple days when all the bills come out, so we'll be all good. But there's just been a lot that's happening this year. I'm still very nervous about figuring out the finances. My latest panic attacks have been, my daughter is getting old enough to go to kindergarten soon.
Oh my god. No, she's not. She's still a baby. I have
the school district that we are in is not, it's above average, but we've heard bad stories about the higher up, like middle school and higher. So I'm very nervous, but we'll see.
I think it's still too soon. I have a magnet on my fridge to prove that she's still a baby. I still have the card that you sent us.
You haven't met her, have you?
No, I haven't.
You're gonna have, like, you and your lady are gonna have to stop by for a visit somehow. I don't know how you'd get out here because I know you guys don't have a car. I don't believe.
Because we're living in the city. We could probably figure something out.
Yeah, at the very least, you'll have to, now that our house is in order, you have to come and see the house.
Yeah. You know what I also still have on my fridge? This is the 10th year anniversary of having this on my fridge.
The bromancers?
The bromancers. I have a 10-year-old photo of Josh on my fridge that I've had for 10 years. On one fridge or another, anyway. 2015.
10 years ago, before I was married, still my ex-girlfriend, now wife, still with her at the time.
Nice.
um but I was living with my buddy Justin and my buddy Micah.
Yeah.
The three of us were roommates, and we decided to take Christmas card pictures together, but we were all wearing onesies. I had a Totoro onesie on, Micah had a dinosaur onesie, and Justin had a Pikachu onesie.
Pikachu. Yeah.
And we just took photos of us like hugging each other and just very homoerotic type of
Yeah. But you're also like
pictures.
just crushing Mountain Dews and Doritos.
It was so stupid.
It was
I
great.
still have the pictures too, man. They were fun.
I thought about just running and to get it to show the camera, but I don't know. I don't want to, without their consent, show Justin and
Yeah, no,
Micah.
without I wouldn't mind for me, but with Justin and everybody else,
Yeah.
I don't think Justin would care. But Micah is a private person. I don't want to like.
He was the one I was mostly worried about. Justin would probably,
Yeah.
if Justin would ever get back to me, if I asked him, he would probably say, "Yeah, I don't care."
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that. It is. It's easy to take for granted your home, your house feeling like home until you don't, until it doesn't. I've had several experiences, several where that was not the case, and then once it finally does again, oh my god, that's the best feeling. That's so cool.
Though actually, I'm happy you mentioned Micah, or not you mentioned it, but you brought that up, and I thought of Micah because I keep promising him to let him borrow a game of mine,
Oh
and I
really?
should see him tomorrow at work because we work together. So I am going
Really?
to grab that game right now, real quick, on camera. I'm going to hop off for
Okay.
just 2 seconds and put it in front of me so I don't forget it.
Nice.
But yeah, why don't you get ready for your number 7?
Okay, I'm ready. I don't know if I should keep talking because I don't know if you took your headphones or not. I'm gonna guess no. I'm also curious what this game is.
I'm back.
And that's why I hate Josh. Oh shit, he's back. No.
I don't blame you. I hate me too.
No, he shouldn't hate you. What I'm curious, what game are you letting Micah borrow?
Spec Ops: The Line.
Yo, massively underrated. Massively underrated.
Great fucking game.
I played the demo
Great
for it and I fell in love. I never even played the whole thing. I have it on Steam, but I still haven't gone back and played the real thing.
That game fucks with your head. It really fucks with your head. It's a really good it's a really good war game that's an anti-war game.
Yep. Nice. Well, I will have to play that. Tell Micah I said hi. I didn't know you guys worked together. I haven't spoken to him in a million years.
Yeah, I will let him know. I should see him tomorrow.
Word. All right, my next one. Oh my god, that's right. This one was pretty recent. Police and I saw the movie Rental Family. Have you heard of this?
No, never even heard of it.
So it stars Brendan Fraser, and I'm gonna try really hard to not say Fraser. It is Fraser. Brendan Fraser is an actor in Japan, in Tokyo, and he became kind of famous because he was in some toothpaste commercials, and everybody, recognizes him as like, oh, you're that guy, Korea Brighto. But he's kind of having trouble finding work now until he comes across this agency where, are you familiar with like how you can rent like family members in Japan?
No.
Oh, really? So you can oh god. You can
You can rent family members. Just continue on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm not. That came off so aggressive. I apologize. I understand what you're saying though. Shit that goes on in Japan, I just take it as like, okay, of course. Like I don't question it. You can rent family in Japan. Sure. Why not?
Yeah. I think how it exists, and especially how it's presented in this movie, really speaks to like the loneliness epidemic that's in especially Tokyo. Um, but yeah, so he gets hired to be like a rented family member for like the one is like there's a woman who's trying to get away from her family, and she sets up this fake wedding, and this whole he pretends to be who she's marrying, and then they're going to run off to Canada together, and that's how she's getting away from her family. There's a really interesting twist that happens with that.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
But
That actually sounds really good.
yeah, it is hilarious. It's like laugh out loud funny and sob out loud, like moving, sad, but also very bittersweet. One of, if not his best performance. And I've seen The Whale, and that was incredible too. The stories.
I'm so happy Brendan Fraser is having a renaissance.
Yeah, I've been hearing it called the Renaissance. Uh,
Fuck yeah! Like especially for all the shit he went through.
yes, and that's why. Like because like he, if anyone in Hollywood deserves it, it's him. But it weaves through multiple stories. He helps multiple families out, and the bottom line of the movie is just connection is the most important thing that we have as humans. And oh man, it's a tearjerker. I literally sat and sobbed. Like the movie was over and people were leaving, and I could not stop crying because it was so just moving, just so moving. Like yeah, it's sad, but it's also happy, and it's also just it gave me hope, and it put meaning to a lot of things that I've taken for granted in my life. So highly recommend the movie Rental Family. 8.75 out of 10.
I love that. I'm looking at Brendan Fraser's like credit. He's still been like he even though he kind of went away for a while, he was still finding work despite the shit he had to go through.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Props to him, man.
I know. Whew.
He just seems so lovely.
I know. I want to talk to him so bad. I want to just like.
I feel like you could be friends with him.
Yeah, he just has this great energy that a lot of the times like you'll hear about actors becoming shitty people or finding out that they were shitty all along and being like, no, that sucks because they always had such good energy. We talked about Jeremy Renner the other day. Like I always thought he
Zachary Levi also example.
Yeah. I thought both of them had like really great energy and would have loved to talk about them until I found out the things that I found out about him. So I really hope that's not the case with Brendan Fraser because he seems so down to earth and genuine.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And kind. Anyway, carry on.
My number 7. This one's going to be short because I don't have much to say that I haven't already said before. But Dungeons and Dragons. I started playing D&D again this year. Though with that said, we haven't met in like 6 goddamn months. I got to get on Jamie's ass to be like, what the fuck is going on? Because he's our DM,
right?
And, he just is like, we've reminded him a handful of times, and he's like, oh yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah,
and he's got a kid. I'm not mad at him. I'm just kind of like, I'm just disappointed. I mean, I am, but like not in that parental way.
Yeah.
It just, it is what it is. It sucks, but it is what it is. So, but it was, I largely credit though D&D to what is actually my number 1 on the list.
Ooh.
So I will get to that. D&D kind of brought me to find my number 1, and I'll get to it when we get to number 1. So that's my number 7.
Lobaka says the inability to find a time for D&D is part of the D&D experience. You are not wrong.
Damn straight.
Unfortunately.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but my next one, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. My number 6 is Boku no Natsuyasumi 2.
Boku no Natsuyasumi.
Yeah, we played it.
I did that halfway through a yawn.
Yep. We played it one day at a time as the Lord our God intended. And we shared our thoughts. I'm sure I've talked about it ad nauseum. Check out, I have a YouTube video of all of my little audio diaries that I took at the end of each day real life day that I played the video game day. Put them all together. That was fun. In the game, Boku draws a little drawing to sum up like his day, and you see this cute little crayon drawings. So you can see the drawings, and then you can hear my thoughts. And Josh has his up on Patreon, right?
Yes,
Nice.
Patreon.
You're not getting them for
Which
free.
is actually available to all patrons.
Oh, you are getting them for free.
Normally, bonus episodes are at the $4 level, but I did the Boku no Natsuyasumis at all levels.
Nice. So not free. So as little as $1?
No. As little as $1.
Yeah, not getting it for free, but as little as $1, you can listen to the musings of a 37-year-old man inside a 10-year-old's body.
36, god damn it. I'm 37 next year.
That's right. We are the same age. I'll be 37 in February. God.
I'll be 37 in April.
Okay, we're not that far off. We're like 2 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be dead soon. Your number 6.
Sure. Real quick though, I also just want to shout out that Boku Natsu, like kind of reply to what you were saying, like with that the Boku no Natsu Yasumi stuff was just a lot of fun. As much as I found it to be a chore towards the end, not in a bad way, mind you. I know normally that's a negative thing, but it was like I did have to force myself sometimes to do it. But I still really enjoyed that, and I think it was cool to kind of do that together with you. Like I know it's kind of like off sync. Maybe we'll, you know what? Maybe we'll do it next year, not for the podcast, but just for like one Talk Tuesday, like in September, like the first Talk Tuesday of September, we talk about our Boku no Natsu Yasumi experience again. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna like right now. That doesn't sound like fun to me, but at the same time, like I think at the beginning of the year, I think as we get closer, maybe I'll want to do that again. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was cool though.
You're like, here's an idea. Let's do this thing.
I don't think it sounds fun.
It doesn't sound fun, but we should do it. Do you mean play the third one?
I don't know. Well, I'm tired now.
Okay. We'll figure that out after you get some sleep.
Yeah. Oh, so the reason I'm also tired, I mean, I did drink a coffee and a Mountain Dew before this. I'm trying
at the same time.
But I last night, because our power went out, I went to bed at like 10:30 in like full on jeans and hoodie because I didn't know how cold it was going to be.
Yeah.
Our house got down to 49 degrees. But so I woke up at 12 o'clock or 12:30. I'm like, because I had a dream that the power went on and I got excited.
Oh.
And woke up, was not on. Looked out the window, saw that the lamp across the street was not on. I'm like, fuck. So I look at the power outage map and I see that it's estimated that they're going to have it repaired by 3 a.m. I'm like, oh, that's only in like 2.5 hours. All right, that's not bad. And then I try to go back to sleep. Can't. The power comes back on around 1:15. Only I'm like, yes, it's back on. Let me turn on the heat. Let me do all blah 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 blah. Only to then have it go out again at 4:30, and then it was 4:30 in the morning, and then it wasn't able to get turned back on till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a wild day.
Yeah, I remember you almost weren't able to do Talk Tuesday.
Yeah, because I would have had to edit the episode, but I was able to get everything on. Because it was slated that they wouldn't be able to fix it until 7 p.m., which is an hour before we normally stream.
Oh my god!
Or get together.
No.
And I'm like, fuck, I need to edit this 3-hour episode, which I had already edited 2 hours of, but I still had to edit the last hour.
Yeah.
Put in shout outs and music cues and theme song and upload it and write the description and get all the links and do the thumbnail and it's just a lot. Anyway, so I have to go with my number 6 now, right?
Yeah.
This one is another podcast related one. It is Recording with Jeremy Parrish of Retronauts fame.
Nice.
That we recorded a Castlevania episode in February and it finally came out in October. I did it very early on. I tried to it was for my backlog month this year. Backlog month was Castlevania, Parasite Eve, Golden Sun, and Live Alive. And Actually, right now, at the time this stream is happening, I don't know if you've voted on stuff yet, Mike. I think you might have, because Lobaka is a patron. Shout out to Lobaka. Um, is my annual backlog month poll, where I put 16 games up, and
Right.
the 4 games with the most votes wins, and I cover them. So Castlevania is one of them. So I usually try to, as I beat the game, regardless of when it is during the year, I will record the episode shortly after, so it's still fresh in my mind. I don't want to beat a game in March and wait till September to record the episode,
Mm.
for the October release. So, um, I do all that. So, but recording with Jeremy, kind of in the same vein as Aiden, where it was just like it's a peer who I very much respect and love what they do, and or I shouldn't say a peer. It's some, I guess it's a peer because like we're in the same vein, like we're podcasters. But Jeremy does so much more stuff. He writes tons of books on video game history. He's just a really like great. He's great at game analysis. I mean, he was a journalist for a number of years, but just like really prolific with what he does for game history. Like, uh, the man's crazy. Like, his YouTube channel is filled with hundreds of videos of analyses, analysi,
Analysi. There we go.
of like game of individual games, going chronologically through uh, a system's library, like as they come out. Like the man's an insane person, and I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Um, but like just constantly working on like game history, like research and stuff like that. And Retronauts was such a big thing for me. Like God damn it, Retronauts was such a big thing for me. It was the inspiration for the podcast. Um, and the fact that I got to work to podcast with one of the people who gave me the inspiration to podcast was just an all time thing for me.
That's awesome.
Um, like I wouldn't, I'm not crazy enough to feel like, I understand that Jeremy and he doesn't view me as a peer or as a friend, but it was just cool that like, that sounds so like defeatist and like, like, like pulling myself down. I don't mean it as a negative thing.
Mm.
I just mean like, it just, I've only podcasted with once. I'm not vain enough to believe like I made that much of an impact, but it was just really cool.
Right.
He was a really cool person, and I'm very grateful for that he gave me the chance to come on. He gave me a chance and decided to guest on the podcast. And I actually asked him like, "Hey, like I know you don't do a lot of guest spots, so thank you for doing this." He's like, "Well, I've done a lot of like work in podcasting. People have given me a lot of their time, so I figured it's about my turn to start giving some of my time back to the community."
Oh, I love that.
So Jeremy's just a good dude, man. I really appreciate it, and it was the honor of my podcasting lifetime
Wow.
to get to have him on the podcast. So
That's
that was my
awesome.
number
And what
6.
a full circle moment too. Like you said, somebody who inspired you to podcast.
Yeah.
Ah, super cool. Quickly in that same vein, before I move on from Boku no Natsuyasumi, getting to talk to Ray. Both of us getting to talk to Ray Barnhold about
The other Retronaut. Yeah.
yeah,
One of
that
the
was
other Retronauts.
that was cool too. That was a ton of fun. Great
I
episode.
still love I love your reaction when you realized he was in the Tim Rogers video.
Yes.
You're like, "Oh, that was you."
I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god, because we were talking about that video for so long, and he was like, oh yeah, when I was in that, and I was like, oh my god, that was him the whole time. I felt so bad.
That was funny.
That was great. Yeah, both of those episodes. You can see the video of it here on the Experience Point YouTube or on Josh's podcast feed if you want to listen.
Well, not the Jeremy Parrish one. That's not on here.
Well, I meant the Ray Barnhold one for the Boku no
Yeah.
Natsu. Boku
Boku no Natsu.
no Natsuyasumi.
Boku no Natsu.
All right.
Anywho,
We are-
you're number 5. We're up to the top 5.
We are
baby.
cracking top 5. Next game. I had started this game ages ago. Finally beat it this year. So I can finally review it and talk about how much of a masterpiece it is. It sounds like old hat now because everyone knows. I beat Cuphead this year.
Oh,
I had never beaten
nice.
it. And I was like, I was very close to the end. I was like one level before you fight the dice and then the devil. So it was like I got probably 85% of the way through the game, and then just like took a huge break from it and came back and was like, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what I can say that hasn't been said a million times before. That game visually, completely hand drawn, by the way. Mm-hmm. Visual masterpiece. I love the rubber hose animation. It inspired an entire resurgence of that art style. Got its own TV show that is fine, I guess. But the game itself, it plays. It's so solid. Some of the most intense, difficult, rewarding gameplay I've played in a long time, and finally getting to beat that. I spent, I think, probably over an hour just trying to beat the final boss, the devil himself. Mm-hmm. You can also see that on YouTube. Ton of fun. It's my first 9. It's the first of my.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting into 9 territory now. It's the first. All of my my top 5 are 9s and aboves.
Did any negatives get into the top 10? Like, you know how like your ranking system, like a -10 is like so bad it's memorable. Did any like ooh, I'm excited to hear what that is then.
Sorry, I was saying yes to agree with the scale. You were describing the scale. No, I don't have any negatives that were so negative that they were positive. If you don't know, I review things on a U curve. So a 10 and a -10 are at the same.
As in you been cute.
You been cute. I told you
why.
It is. They're on the same level vertically.
That's such a stupid joke.
So I'm just. We could talk about
on that one.
We could talk about our Japanese inside jokes as an entire episode. A 10 and a -10 are the same level vertically. So something like The Room, I hold in as high esteem as something like Aliens, or like The Matrix, the first Matrix, one of my favorite movies, because they moved me. I think the thing that I didn't have a lot of like so bad it's good things. I think I have a -6 on there, which was getting all of the accidentally getting the entire menu from Sonic sent to my house. That was wild. But
the reason I was asking about the negative thing, because like you were talking about with Cuphead and how like it was so challenging and rewarding. You spent an hour on the final boss. The real brief one for me, I guess this would be an honorable mention, but on like the so bad it was good scale.
Yeah.
Hint for Mario month coming in 2026. I finally beat Super Mario Brothers 2, like the American version, not the Lost Levels, but the American version. And boy howdy, fuck that game.
Really?
Oh my god, it is like I've never played a game where the mechanics were so fun and exciting, and it was a really great like twist on the Mario platforming mechanics, and the 4 different characters you could play as Peach. Well, she was Toadstool back then, and she can float, and all those like so many cool ideas with some of the most bullshit difficulty I've ever experienced in a game. I save stated so much just to beat that fucker.
Wow.
And there's so many like, oh my god, that game it's so unforgiving, and it wouldn't be as bad. The difficulty wouldn't bother me as much if it wasn't for the fact that the live system is so unforgiving. Like I'm playing Mario 3 right now for Mario Month later this year, or next year, excuse me. And even that, like I'm save stating at like the beginning of like sessions. So if I die, I go back to where I was at the beginning of the session. I'm not save stating through individual levels.
Yeah.
So that's just because I don't have time to sit down. Generally, I actually don't have the patience. That's the main thing. I don't have the patience anymore for some of the older Mario games. But like I'm still having a good time with it. Like what's interesting, never mind. I don't want to say it because I'm saving it for the episode.
Okay.
But Super Mario Brothers 2, I would give like a negative like 7, where like
Whoa.
it was so bad, but I found it so memorable. Like it was still enjoyable, but fuck that game.
Now, are you saying bad or difficult? Because it sounds like it's a good game, but
Bad.
it's really hard. Is it just
Let me put it this way, without spoiling all of my thoughts for the episode. Gameplay mechanics are good. Visuals are fantastic. Music is repetitive but good. It's the live system. The live system completely fucks over any, like it is so unforgiving, it ruins all the other stuff.
Oh, I hate that.
Which is why the game is good, but the live system is so bad it swings it to the negative for me. Where
Okay.
it's like I don't think it was bad. Like it's not a 0, but it's a -7 because there's so many things I like about it, but the live system is so bad. Like I would give, if the live system was fine, I'd give it like a 7 on the positive side, but because it's so bad, it's a full swing to the other side.
Whoa, that's a serious adjustment.
I can talk to you about it off mic because
Yeah.
I like, this is going to sound rude. I know like you don't have time to listen to all my episodes. I don't expect my friends to listen to all my episodes, so I don't mind spoiling my thoughts to you. Since
Yeah.
I'm assuming like, I'm it's all good. But yeah,
Yeah, and that's not.
and-
I probably should to support you. I'm not a
No, dude,
long
I
form
don't-
content guy.
that and like, even if you were like, dude, there's not enough hours in the day, especially as a fellow creative. Like I'm creative in a different field than you. I understand how much time it takes to do this stuff. I don't have time to listen. I used to listen to lots of podcasts when I was able to go into the office all the time, but now that I work from home a lot,
Right.
I can't just like pop headphones in and be like, "Sorry, Junior, I can't watch it. I can't pay attention to you. I'm listening to a podcast."
Yeah. Josh finally revealed his child's name on stream. His daughter's name is Josh Jr.
Even though there's definitely not been times of me slipping up beforehand. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I've when you do, I delete those from the internet, from the YouTube.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any final things with your number 5 though?
Cuphead is just like I said. I don't know what I can say that hasn't been said a million times. The visuals, the music, the UI, the whole presentation of it. It literally feels like you're watching and playing, or not watching, playing an old school rubber hose cartoon, even down to the pops and clicks of the record, playing the soundtrack and everything. Just the way everybody moves is painstakingly just love is just smashed into every crevice of this game. So much love, whether you want it or not. It's great. It's a 9.
All right, should I go on for my number 5?
Go for it. Bless you.
Sorry, I have a tickle now. My number 5 is my daughter playing Astrobot.
Yeah.
Got
Got that for Christmas, by the way.
You did?
Yeah, Lisa got it for me for Christmas, so I can finally play
I
it.
can't wait to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
It's got to be Talk Tuesday soon.
Ooh.
But watching her go from not really being good at it to now being able to beat entire levels on her own
That's awesome.
is one of the coolest things ever.
Oh.
It's like she still gives up a little bit too easily, and it's funny hearing her get my type of anger and rage because I'll be like, I'll walk out to like go get something from downstairs and I hear, or like really just straight anger.
Yeah.
It's amusing, and I feel bad because I'm getting annoyed at her. I'm like, you gotta calm down. Meanwhile, she watches me play Mario. I'm like, motherfucking goddamn.
Does she like throw the controller and go, this game doesn't respect the gamer's time?
I feel attacked so much.
You're like, all right, let me show you this game called Dark Souls. You're going to love it.
It's a game that everyone says is good, but they all secretly hate it. But they're just too afraid to admit it.
No, you found out our secret.
Oh, that's funny.
Little baby Josh Jr.
Her playing Astrobot was just is awesome. It was uh cool seeing my daughter like kind of get into the same things I am. And she got a video game this year, her first game console this year. It's called the Nex system, NEX
Hmm.
system. It's a really popular. It's kind of like what the Xbox Connect was supposed to be,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's a little square box. Um, it says on the box it does not send any, like, it's not listening, it's not sending any data anywhere, so that's nice to know.
Oof.
But basically it's a bunch of like it's a camera that maps, like it'll look at your, it'll read your body and then like, see where your joint, how like it'll map your arm out and see where the joints are at.
Yeah.
It can see you moving, and it's got tons and tons and tons of games, um all around movement. So it's great for kids, and especially in winter right now where there's like it's cold outside, it's kind of hard to get them to go outside, or
Hmm.
you want them to go outside because it's, they might get sick. So it's a great way to get them keep them active indoors. They have like licensed games. There's a TMNT game on it.
Nice.
There is what else did I see? There's some original games that I was pretty surprised that are like halfway decent. Um, and the TMNT game is like, it's a workout, man. It's a one of those like, it's a side scroller where it's kind of like Mario Run where you
Mm.
automatically run. So you swing your arm to attack, you jump to have whichever turtle you want, you're playing as jump. You crouch to have them crouch. So when they crouch, they actually like slide a little bit. So like, and they have you have to sync it first. So they tell you to, line up your hands here, jump, crouch. And when I say crouch, like you have to do like a full on squat. Like I had to like bend my knees deep to do it.
Dang.
So it's like, it was like a workout, man. So it's been cool watching her play that too. I do want to encourage her to try out more controller based games, because
Mm.
I feel bad when I was playing Mario 2, she kept asking to play. I'm like, after I beat it. And I think I never got let her actually have a chance to play it. So I want her
Oh,
to, kind of get back into it, type of thing. So
yeah.
yeah, that's my number 5. Watching my daughter play Astrobot and seeing her experience it. It was really cool.
I can only imagine the wonder, the look of wonder on her face, because even me and Polisa, as fully grown 30s, in our 30s adults playing Astro's Playroom, we looked like we were little kids again. So I can imagine she's probably just wide eyed, like the whole universe has opened up to her.
She loves it. I can't wait till you play it though, man.
Oh, same.
There's some really cool stuff in that game.
Nice. All right. Well, my number 4, the last film slash animation on my top 10. This is also a 9, solid 9. And also, I believe one of, if not the first, things that I made an official review graphic for. Nope, that was Jetman. Ninja 2. I told you about
Mhm.
this movie. It's the one that's like,
Yeah,
it's,
you've been recommending both the original and this one to me.
yeah, they're both excellent. I think I gave the first one like an 8.5, maybe a 0.75. They're both excellent. The first one's a little bit like roll your eyes at some of the like potty humor type stuff. But it is generally still excellent. And then the second one, they
Hmm.
improved everything. It's so pretty. It is hilarious. It's heartfelt. It's epic as all hell. Like this word gets thrown around a lot. And I think I said this in both when I talked to you and in my review. But like epic,
Hmm.
it doesn't do it justice. Like the scale of the battles presented in this movie, both of them really, to different extents, but especially the second one, like holy crap. And just beautiful, just not just beautiful fidelity wise, but like art direction wise and cinematography. Like it'll just hold, it knows when to hold on like the really pretty frames. And it's like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I just want to. I kept wanting to, like, we saw it in theaters, but I kept wanting to like pause it and just look at this like particular frames and just be like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. That could be a wallpaper. Like,
Hmm.
and just very an interesting main character. Um, Basically like a kid who's supposedly born from evil, who's like the main hero of the story. So interesting takes there. Can't recommend both of these movies enough. I think they're both on Netflix, so pretty accessible. I would actually also recommend watching them. I think they're both dubbed. They made a big deal about the second one, like their dub cast. Like I think Michelle Yeoh is in it.
Mm-hmm.
They got some big name
Oh,
actors
okay.
for it. Yeah, but I actually really like the original Chinese for both of them. There's just a little bit more character to them. I feel like they fit the characters a little bit more.
Mm.
But yeah, definitely recommend both of them.
Where can you watch them on?
I
Because
think
I am kind of curious.
I think they're both on Netflix. But you can also
Okay.
check out. There's a website called I think it's justwatch.us, and you can search for anything, and it'll tell you what streaming platforms they're on. But I'm pretty sure they're both on Netflix.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my number 4.
My number 4 is going to Washington D.C. and meeting up with my friend Chris, aka the British Bond Addict, and
Nice,
Mel, aka James Burb from Instagram. Um,
nice.
they are awesome people. So Mel runs this thing called Capital Royale, and actually I have this. It's a James Bond like local fan club, like to the DC metropolitan area.
Wow,
Um, and so she did they have events all throughout the year, like they do like a mini golf like outing where it's because Goldfinger they go golfing, so they do like bond they find like a bond related thing. So we did like one where we played like like spy related board games and stuff like that.
nice. Secret
um
Hitler. What, Secret Hitler?
no but
Really?
I don't even heard of that. No, I've never even
Oh,
heard of that.
it's a great like social deduction spy kind of game.
Okay. No, there was one. I forget what it was called, but it was like it's hard to. I forget the name of it. It was this cute little game where you are like having to send carrier pigeons with messages
Oh,
across.
nice.
It's stuff like that. It was really cool. Lobaka says Secret Hitler is great.
Yeah, it's
Out
it,
of context, it's a weird thing.
yeah, it is a weird thing to say, and we're banned from Twitch. No,
But she had these made. It's just a sticker on top of like a poker chip, but it's still kind of cool. It's like it says Capital Royale
oh, cool,
on the little design there. On the other side it has 007.
nice.
Um, yeah,
I love that it's a poker chip.
really cool. So I was really happy that I got to go. Chris and Mel and I have chatted on podcasts for multiple years. Like they were. I think I first met them in like 2022 or 2023, and they've both of them have been on the podcast in various capacities.
Hmm.
Then Chris and I like really connected because I knew him as a Bond fan, but he's also a giant video game fan. He was on the show recently for Metroid Prime. He's gonna be on the show
Nice.
again for I am doing a Bond month coming up soon. He's going to be on an episode of that. Like he's just a really good dude, and it was really fun getting to meet him in person. And he let me crash at his house like a stranger we've never met before. And the fact that like he let me crash at his place was just so nice, and he
Aw.
was so cool. And I just really awesome dude, and I'm very grateful that I got to go down to DC. I went down on like a Saturday. We met up at this restaurant type of thing, and we played board games and got food, and then Chris and I hung out. It literally felt, and I mean this as a compliment, it felt like college again. Like we were
Yeah.
hanging out and like, have you seen this video? And then we would show each other like a YouTube video. We would play games. He's also like a professional race car driver, and
Yo.
like not like F1 tier, but he's like 2 or 3 leagues down type of thing.
Wow.
But so he had like a full on racing rig where like it's kind of simulated like the feedback, like if you're when you're turning
Yeah.
and how much harder it is to steer when you're driving at like 200 miles an hour or some shit.
Holy crap.
Really cool. That was a great experience, man. It was one of my favorite weekends, just getting to meet someone who I've enjoyed chatting with for hours and hours on podcasts, and just getting to hang out. Like we didn't hang out to record a podcast, we just hung out to hang out. It was really
Oh,
nice,
I love
and
that.
I am very much looking forward to whenever their next like event is. I'm going to look on the Capital Royale's Instagram just to see like, hey, like what else what's coming up.
Hmm.
They already finished their last event of the season, but like they did Parade of the Trabants, which is like a type of car, and I guess that's something it's something that happens in front of the International Spy Museum in DC. So
Nice.
they'll do like events though in they'll go to the International Spy Museum. They went to a gun range. It's Bond, of course, so you
Yeah.
kind of do that. They do multiple events throughout the year. It's just really cool. So
Huh.
I very 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 grateful that I got to meet them in person and hang out with Chris, and I hope to do it again.
That's awesome. Oh, get out of
I got it.
here. Nice.
Get the fuck out of
Get
here.
the fuck out. Yeah, that's right. I have to imagine somebody who is into James Bond enough to start a James Bond fan club probably only lives in DC to be near the International Spy Museum.
I don't know why so Mel is the one who runs it. I know she works actually at actually I'm not going to say where she like I don't know the company, but I'm not even going to say what she does. I don't know how much she wants out there.
Sure.
I don't but I don't know why she moved to DC. She was from Louisiana, which is where her favorite James Bond movie takes place, Live and Let Die.
Nice.
So yeah. Shout out to Capital Royale over on Instagram.
Nice. I was trying to come up with like a New Orleans pun name, and it's probably too late. I was going like beignet, something with like.
I got nothing.
Yeah, no. Nola. Shout outs to Nola. Nola, if you're watching. All of New Orleans, if you're watching. Shout outs to food.
Shout outs.
There it is.
Shout out to food.
Yep. Criminally underrated. I really like food. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really like food.
It's not everyone's cup of tea. I do like food. I don't like tea, ironically.
Really?
No,
Or
I
is
was
that just
trying to make a joke.
furthering the bit?
It was part of the joke. It was for the bit.
Oh, okay. We're almost done. Okay, number 3, top 3. This is serious now. Maybe surprising that this is number 3, not number 2, and not number 1. Ninja Gaiden 4.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not surprising.
Very low considering how much I glazed this freaking game.
Well, so here's my thought process as why it's not surprising. It's nothing. It's not me being a hipster. There's no hipster Josh. No glasses coming out for this one. It's you value experiences, and as much as games give you a beautiful experience, I feel like your top 2 would be like something that's more than just a nostalgic return.
My number 2 is a video game and a nostalgic return. So I will leave you wondering what that could be. I should say a return for most people, first timer for me. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 is my number 3. I beat it last night, solidifying it in Year of the Ninja. This is we got 2 excellent new Ninja Gaidens. We got a new Shinobi, which is great so far. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a video game. Ghost of Yotei is supposed to be great. A lot of ninja related things. Ninja Gaiden 4 is it is just so expressive and fun, and I didn't think that I wanted this, but it took everything that I already love about 3D Ninja Gaidens and then injected like just a ton of customization in terms of gameplay style. Like there some of the most incredible creative weapons that I've ever seen in the entire franchise. And it being a new developer, my favorite developers of all time, by the way, Platinum Games, they were in a new setting. Like it's kind of cyberpunky, like more in the future kind of aesthetic for everything. They could kind of play around a little bit more. There's a whole like you could parry in the old games, but you could do one of two follow-ups afterwards in the 3D games, I should say. In this one, there's a whole like when you get the parry down, there's a bunch of stuff you can do after it that will like encourage you to take more risks to do the parry more because then you get like health, guaranteed health if you get the parry just right. There's like a rage meter type thing that lets you do like insta kill moves. So it's like save up your rage meter, use it to kill like strong enemies. And it does it in the most like cinematic, like it all goes black and white. And then it's like, there's a bunch of kanji and it slices the guy in half. And then like the kanji also slices in half. Like, it's just so rad. It's just so freaking rad. And it plays, I never had a single issue with like, oh man, I died because I thought I could do this and I couldn't, or like it looked like I could jump to here and I didn't. It was just like, oh no, I just pressed the wrong button. Like it was like when I was playing Devil May Cry. Most of the time, Devil May Cry 5, I should say, which was also earlier this year. I felt like most of the time, with very little exception, if I died, it was because I did the wrong thing. And not just because like, oh man, the hitbox was wonky or whatever. Not a ton outside the realm that we've seen in terms of storyline. It's pretty basic. Those games never really were the ones to write home about stories. But cool new characters. You play as you actually don't play as Ryu Hayabusa for most of the game. You play as this new guy, and then eventually you fight Ryu Hayabusa, and then you get the ability to play as Ryu for a little bit, and then it switches back. It's kind of like the Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 2.
I remember seeing that, watching you play. Yeah,
that's right. You came in when I was first fighting Ryu Hayabusa, and he absolutely wiped the floor with me, as he should, because he's freaking Ryu Hayabusa. I think my only gripes were like I wish there was more diversity in the enemy types, and I wish there was more diversity in the locales. Part of the story is that it's raining all the time, and I kind of wanted to have some maybe daytime levels. Could we get some levels in the day, please? And they started to kind of recycle some of the enemies and some of the stages towards the end of the game. It's kind of like once you hit that midpoint of Halo 1 and you realize that the second half of the game is just the first half of the game backwards. Not quite to that level, but it's maybe like
a fun fact. I never realized that until it was brought to my attention on a podcast. Like
oh, really?
Later.
Was that when we talked about Halo 1?
No, I heard it beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite. I mean, that's like literally 50-50. This is probably like when you get to the last third of the game, you're like, oh, okay, why am I just doing this level again as Ryu? Or why am I fighting these guys again? I kind of want more enemy types. But there is DLC coming out. I don't know what it's going to be. But just in what I've played, it is a phenomenal. It's the best. It's 2025's best game. My number 2 is not from this year, but it is my favorite game of the year. It is my game of the year, if you have to call it that, because it's a 2025 game. Stellar action game, and not just because I'm a huge Ninja Gaiden fan.
I thought you were that was a hint for the next one because it's Stellar Blade is was your favorite game of the year or something.
No, I'm a fake fan of character action games because I still haven't even played that.
So my number 3, we're on 3.
Yeah.
This, I mean, it's something you called earlier, Andrew. It's Atari Party.
Yeah, nice. That's high. That's high. I mean,
dude, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm going to keep it brief because it's already past 11.
Yeah.
And I already said it on a previous stream anyway, so I don't really feel the need to go too much further into this. But Atari Party was genuinely like one of the most joyful moments I've experienced this year, and I cannot wait for next year's Atari Party, whenever it may be. I love the people who go there. I'm so appreciative of the people who host it. Shout out to Pete Fletcher. I released my Atari Party episode a little over a week ago, and it did really well in terms of downloads, and I
Nice.
got a lot of kind words about it, and that was just really fun. And I'm grateful that I get to listen to that now and can listen back to when I was there at Atari Party 2025. It was it was an absolute great time, and I'm super happy about it, and I can't wait for Atari Party next year.
That's so cool. I need to look around the internet and see if I can find like a Sega party or like a, I don't know, N64 party, Dreamcast party in my area. Is there like a I feel like I'm a dating app. I'm looking for like Atari parties, Dreamcast parties in my area. Hot Dreamcast want to mingle.
The thing that makes I think you could totally, excuse me, you could totally do something like that. I think what it would have to be, sorry, I don't know where these hiccups are coming from. Like what makes Atari Party unique is that they're enthusiasts who also are collectors, so they bring a lot of rare and obscure things, and that's going to be a lot harder with Sega because a lot of the rare and obscure things are going to be over in Japan.
That's true.
Versus Atari, it was an American company, so a lot of it's a lot easier to find said stuff. But that'd be cool though if you're able to do that.
Yeah, and real quick, looks like Lobaka is leaving. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the follow. Possibly follows.
There was no tolerating any comments, Lobaka. Always a pleasure having you on.
Sounds like the Atari Party app was great. I was only one of them. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Well,
I mean,
someday.
there was only one person that popped in, right? I don't know. Anyway.
Someday I'll find out who Hilarii the Shenanigan guy is, or whatever it was.
I mean, Hilarii the Shenanigan guy. Shout out to Food.
Shout out to Food, man. Just like Food, if you're watching.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Always got my belly.
Yeah, I always feel fulfilled by Food. Wow.
Thanks for stopping by, Lobaka. I appreciate you.
Maybe I will attend an Atari Party. I don't have a particular affinity or attachment to an Atari Party.
Dude, I have no nostalgia for it. I have no nostalgia for Atari. It's just a fun time.
Yeah. Well, speaking of nostalgia, I mentioned it's a video game. I mentioned it's a nostalgia trip going backwards in time.
Backwards in time.
We talked about a game that I played for the very first time that I should have played ages ago. Would you please turn around 180 degrees and reveal my number 2?
Oh, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. Yes. I played Chrono Trigger for the very first time because I'm a fake gamer and it took me 30 years, literally 30 years. This year's the 30th anniversary. And I scored it the exact same. This may be sacrilege to some, but this is my experience of it, the experiencing it now. I scored it the exact same as Ninja Gaiden 4. I gave them both a 9.25.
Wow.
What just eked it out up into the number 2 is my 2 criteria, which I said earlier, was which one do I want to play more again, or not just for games, but experience more again. I am not done playing Ninja Gaiden 4. Like, I beat it, but I'm not done. Like, I want to keep playing it. I want to play it again. I want to play it on a harder difficulty. I want to experience more. I will probably never play Chrono Trigger again. I feel like I got what it's not anything bad about it. Obviously, it's my number 2. I think I got what I needed to out of that game. However, I think in the long run, relative to the time that I've experienced them, I think Chrono Trigger will stick with me longer and have a lasting legacy on me longer than Ninja Gaiden may. and that's not because I think one is inherently better or worse. I think it's just that Chrono Trigger does so much new and pioneered something, whereas I think Ninja Gaiden like perfected something. I think Chrono Trigger does a lot more new and interesting, and that will just stick with me for longer. God, that soundtrack, the art style, everything we talked about in our extensive coverage of it. Yeah, that's one that's a very special game. I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything that's even come out that has hit that legacy. And I didn't even get to experience that legacy when it first came out.
I don't. In terms of RPGs, there really hasn't been anything since. Like don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy VII can give it a run for its money, but the reason I think Chrono Trigger stands above it, it has nothing to do with which is objectively better or personal tastes or this and that. It's because Chrono Trigger is a miracle that it occurred.
Yeah,
And that's not hyperbole. That's it. You have Enix and Square prior to them being one company. They were competitors, fierce competitors in the RPG scene back when that came out. And you have the Dragon Quest guy, the anime guy, Akira Toriyama, who worked on Dragon Quest, so it's kind of like two Dragon Quest people, and the Final Fantasy guy coming together to make this masterpiece of a game for a rival cup for Squaresoft, but it's two Enix people who are working on it. It's crazy that it exists. And on top of that, with that many like cooks in the kitchen, as it were, it could have easily been a too many cooks in the kitchen situation. But it wasn't. It worked out so well. And, shout out to Yasunori Mitsuda for the soundtrack. One of the best soundtracks, if not the best of all time.
And Uematsu.
I'm not going to say it's the best of all time, but I love that soundtrack a lot.
Yeah, and didn't Nobuo Uematsu work on some of that soundtrack?
Yes, after Yasunori Mitsuda gave himself a stomach ulcer and hospitalized himself with the stress from working on it.
Sasuga Nihon desu ne. Sounds like Japan. I can't think of. Are there two gaming companies that are that popular right now that could do a crossover? Like I'm trying to think. Like what's the equivalent?
The closest thing I can think of.
Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter?
No. Well, it has to be the same genre too.
Yeah.
It would be something like that. I was thinking like if Naughty Dog collaborated with like someone on the opposite, like a different company that also does character action games. Because Naughty Dog to me is still like, I don't know if it's the Sony fanboy in me, but I still feel like they are like the premier game developer. Like when their games come out, it makes it actually, you know what? It would be like if Naughty Dog and Rockstar worked together.
Ooh, okay. But do you consider them like as fierce competitors?
No, that's the problem. There's nothing that's really like the same level of competitive. Like, I think your fighting game example would probably be the closest. I do, because like the only reason I didn't go with that is because I don't have as much knowledge on fighting games and they're not my cup of tea. Shout out to Food once again.
Shout outs to Food, man. But I think everyone knows, whether you like them or not, like everyone knows Mortal Kombat, everyone knows Street Fighter, and everyone knows that they are bitter rivals in the fighting game space. So if those developers, like if Capcom and NetherRealm like made their own, I didn't
know they were bitter rivals. I just knew they were competitors. Like I didn't like Enix and Square I knew were bitter rivals, but I never would have really thought. I mean, it makes sense. Like I'm not. This isn't me poo-pooing what you're saying. It's just like, I guess that makes sense. It would make sense to me.
Or what if? But they've always they have very different. Like I feel like the Mortal Kombat crowd is not always going to be the same as the Street Fighter crowd. They're from different countries. They're different styles, play styles. There's not a whole. I mean,
if you think about it, though, like also that's the same thing with Square and Enix, though. Dragon Quest is a very different style RPG than Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is a lot more in your face, a lot more cinematic, a lot more changey. Like the battle systems change every game. Dragon Quest is very samey. It's like it'd be, you remember that food, the food that Police made for you from your grandmother. It's
Shout
like
outs
if
to
it ain't
food.
broke, don't fix it. Shout outs to food. um,
Yeah,
but
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah, and like there's minor tweaks they'll make. Like they Dragon Quest has evolved. Like if you play Dragon Quest even 1 through 3, there's big evolutions. But after a while, like it's very small micro evolutions to the point where like now it's very different from where it began, but it took a long time to get to it. Versus Final Fantasy, like every game's a different thing.
Yeah.
On top of that, Dragon Quest didn't really hit it big in the United States. Final Fantasy did.
Right.
So, like, yes, there were Dragon Quest games that came out in the US. It was Dragon Warrior 1 through 4, but like Final Fantasy is still the one that like people remember more in the US compared to Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
So, versus Dragon Quest in Japan is much bigger than Final Fantasy. So, it's kind of like a similar thing. Like, you know, I would say your Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter is a really apt comparison.
It was that, or I mean, this is a bit of a deeper cut, but like the bitter rivals aspect is, I know he's gone now, but if like Itagaki, who made Dead or Alive, and Harada, who made Tekken, they were always somewhat friendly, but like Itagaki, all he would talk about is how much he hated Tekken. Like if they made a game together. Or like if they made a Pokemon and like the Pokemon team, if Game Freak and like Namco
Power World
made made like a Pokemon Digimon, you know, crossover game or something like that would be,
well, it wouldn't be Pokemon and Digimon crossing over. It'd be a completely new property with
true.
their developers.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy. Like that would be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
And then one of them would publish it, and the other one would get fuck all. It's weird.
Yeah, right. Oh God. All right. Yeah.
Chrono Trigger is a miracle.
Chrono Trigger, and what a spot, number 2 on my top 10 experiences of the year. All right. What is yours, sir?
My number 2 is an experience by proxy, but it's the experience of stress relief from my wife getting her full-time job.
Oh, really?
Like I know we don't have to talk about it much, but like this year was so stressful financially, and I am still stressed, but like it's a lot better, and we are going, like, now that the holidays are over, I'm not paranoid about money as nearly as much. Like we're going to figure this out, and it's going to be okay. And that's a very good feeling. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I have to really go into. Like, I don't want to go too far into personal stuff, but like top 10 experience of the year, this was number 2 only because of the stress relief, the amount of stress relief. And now that my wife has even said, like, she's starting to enjoy her new job more. Like it's
nice.
It was a rough transition, but she's saying she's more tired than she's ever been, but she's more fulfilled than what she was at her old job. And that's awesome.
I mean, professional UFC fighter is a pretty demanding job. So
yeah,
I'm glad she found something regular though.
Yeah.
So,
let's go on to the number 1s though, because it is getting late.
It is.
I don't have much. I want to give us time to talk about our number 1s. So
all right. Well, I have talked about it already. I've always loved to talk about this again. My number 1.
Shout outs to food. Number 1.
Shout outs to food. 1 is just food. It's just food in general.
We're going to burn this joke to the ground.
I know. It's funny every time though to us. Oh my God, it's one of those things where it's like it started funny and then it was like, okay, I'm kind of over it, and then it comes back around and it's like it's funnier again because it's so stupid and because it keeps going. No, my number 1, this was close to being like a perfect 10, but I had to take some points off because it was very expensive, even though I didn't pay for it. It was expensive to somebody, and it was so freaking hot.
Oh, I know what it's going to be.
Yeah,
I think.
What is it?
I don't. Should I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Airplane lessons.
Yes,
flying lessons.
Flying a plane. Number 1, the highest rated as well. The only 9.5. on my entire year's list.
Now, hold on. I think that it's unfair to knock it down a rank because it's expensive at someone else's expense. That's like saying their gift is is not as good because they spent too much.
No, no, I shouldn't say.
I feel like that's insulting to the gift. I'm just saying.
No, no, no.
It wasn't me that gave the gift. Just to be clear, viewers and or watchers later on.
Yeah.
But
no, viewers and watchers. No, no, no. I was saying, like, it's why I can't continue it. Not can't. Why?
That's fair.
Is the cost prohibitive? Not how much my wonderful, amazing girlfriend paid for it. I'm not knocking it down because it was expensive for her. It's an incredibly cost prohibitive hobby that in some recess of my mind has dreams of making this a career. Yeah, yeah. And now I'm like, should I have just given that a 10? But I don't know. I'm so hesitant.
That's at least fair. Where it's like it was so good that you're mad that you can't replicate it because it's too expensive.
Yeah, and I would love to. Yeah, I mean, 10 to me is like perfection. And I don't think I've ever really experienced anything. I don't know what I would give a 10. Like, maybe I always say -10 is the easiest one because, like, The Room, that's an easy -10. Aliens, Princess Mononoke, maybe. Like, I'm thinking of just like my favorite.
I think what's
movies.
interesting about, I think you will experience many 10s in your life, but I think very few things stay a 10.
Oh, whoa, entropy. Dang. Deep.
Because I think about, like, the first time I saw Skyfall, I watched it 3 times in the movie theaters. That was like a 10 for me. Now I watch it, I give it like an 8, 8.5.
Yeah, that
I
is.
still love it. It's still phenomenal, but it's like I noticed the glare. I noticed the issues. I noticed the problems.
Yeah, I think I say something like that in my little write up of my reviews. I think in my Jetman review I talk about it, like how this. I don't want to assign, like, I was hesitant to assign an arbitrary number to something, but it's how was feeling in that moment. Kind of like a time capsule. Your experience is going to evolve and change over time. So it may change. I think for now, 9.5, it's the highest I've ever given anything. It's so close to 10. But there were some things that made it a little bit less than ideal, like being able to continue it regularly without going into further debt. And it was so hot. I was like melting to the seat. But the act of flying a plane, so cool. And to go with that, to get sappy for a bit, I mentioned my girlfriend got it for me. I have never felt so heard and seen and understood and known by like another human being before. Like, I've never had anybody get me a gift that was so, like, she heard me talking about how much I have always dreamed of flying a plane, whether it was one time or all the way up to potentially making this a career change. And she was like, I'm gonna get that for you for our anniversary. It was her anniversary gift for me. It was in March. I didn't get to do it until I think June or something. But feeling seen and loved and cared for in that way, in that such a specific way and grand way, because that's expensive. That's just expensive. Like, she could have bought me a second PS5 for the same price. Like, it's just expensive.
Yes.
And so that is a huge aspect of why that meant so much to me and why it was so elevated. I think if I had just taken the lesson on my own, it probably would have been a lower score. But yeah, getting to fly in the sky and take control of a plane. Like, oh my God. I was so giddy. I was like insufferable for like the rest of that whole week. And I'm getting excited thinking about it now, and I do want to do it again. I need to make more money. That is my number one. I thought it was a pretty easy, clear answer. I was like, it's got to be this. It's got to be this. Something I've wanted to do my whole life. I don't want to say once in a lifetime because like I could just go do it again whenever I wanted to spend that money. But doing it for the first time, and doing it because someone I love dearly wanted to love me in that way, to gift that to me, just that feels like once in a lifetime. I mean, you only get to do something for the first time once. So doing that for the first time, yeah, incredible.
That's awesome. That's amazing. It kind of like, I can understand though what you're saying, how like it means more that she got it, because one, the thought counts, as cliche as it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking true. The thought counts. The two, obviously, the grandness of it. That was, I can't fucking speak, but
Grandiosity.
The grandiosity, the grandi of it. And then kind of not to shout out food again, but like food always tastes better when someone else cooks it for you, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that someone else got this for you, thought of you, like, and more importantly, it's the person you love the most. So that's awesome. Other than me, of course.
I was just gonna say besides you, but I didn't want to take anything away from my girlfriend.
Even though I've never given you a gift ever, so
I don't know if that's true. I'm sure when we were hanging out like a couple times a week in college.
I've never given you a gift.
Really?
I don't give people gifts I don't give people gifts very often. It's nothing like personal. It's just I never think of it. It's literally just like, it's maybe that's my version of ADHD. I just don't think of gifts.
Why do you hate me?
Shout out to food.
That's the food.
Anything else you would like to talk about for your number one though, for flying an airplane?
That is basically it. Yeah, I will.
All right.
I don't want to belabor the point or take away from it by talking about it just to talk about it. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Glad you got to do that.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's really cool.
Yeah. I still look back at those pictures and I'm like, I can't believe I'm looking at myself holding the controls of a plane. Like, I can't believe somebody let me do that. Like, obviously he had another set of controls. But,
so if you would have done something stupid, he would have saved you.
Yeah, if I was just like, do a barrel roll. Double tap the R.
You get like a button just to hit it, like a sound button. Do a barrel
Do
roll.
a barrel roll. Oh, God. All right, sir. Your number one.
My number one was reading the Wheel of Time series.
Wow.
What I've read of it so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, but that was something you consistently talked about just about every week, was how good that series has been.
Oh, and actually, you can buy. They're re-releasing the first book in the series in a beautiful hardback leather-bound edition. It's $180 though, so no, but it's still really cool. Anyway, no, the reason I put this at number one is I have not read books earnestly, like I've read video game history stuff, and I enjoy that. I do enjoy reading game history, but I haven't read narrative fiction in probably well over a decade. Like, wow. That's not true. I've read I did get a review copy of a sci-fi book that I read for the show, which was good, but it was, I don't know. It was let me put it this way. It was adequately written, but it didn't do anything for me, like, emotionally.
Are you talking about
I didn't get
Roadside Picnic?
No, I didn't finish. I never read it. I got the review copy, never read it.
Oh, man. Okay.
It was a book called Zero Minus 30 or something. I forget what it was called. It was like it was basically the Dirty Dozen, the movie, like the Dirty Dozen, but with AI robots instead of like renegade soldiers and shit like that. Anyway, so this year's been hard for a lot of people for various reasons, gesturing broadly at the U.S. and the world, but the U.S. too.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what affects us as U.S. citizens. Um, and I said before I credited D&D with something. D&D kind
Mm.
of got me back into high fantasy, and I was itching since it was taking a while to get D&D sessions. I was like, I kind of want to do high fantasy. I still had my stigma against Lord of the Rings at the time earlier in
Right.
the year. And that was just like I said, like I even said earlier in the year, it was just because I watched it too much, and then people wouldn't stop talking about it that I got like kind of like that almost like fatigue. It's like, if you hear this,
Yeah.
it's how people get. Here's a good example of it. Um, you get if you're not into sports and you hear people talking about football all the time,
Yeah.
you're like, and then even though you may like football or you may like whatever sport it is, you're fucking tired of hearing it, so you don't want to watch it. Because
Yep.
even if you have not watched it, you've heard it a billion times, and so you're not interested. And that's totally fair. I get where it comes from. That's how Lord of the Rings was for me,
Mm.
where even though I wouldn't hear it like every single day, it's like I would just scroll through like Instagram or Blue Sky or Facebook, and there'd always be at least one thing Lord of the Rings related.
Mm.
Um, and then what kind of switched it around was when I started reading Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time I put up there for a number of reasons. One, even though my wife and I are not reading the same books, it helped my wife and I kind of bond a little bit because we both started getting back into reading at the same time. She goes through phases where she'll read like heavily for a couple of months and then stop and then wait a year or so and kind of do it all again. For me, it was like a long, long, long time. Like really, like I said, it's well over a decade since I sat down to like read a book for fun.
Mm.
Um, and I decided to read Wheel of Time on a whim. I actually was looking for a Brandon Sanderson book because I've heard good things about his stuff.
Yeah. Same.
Didn't find any at the library. Saw Wheel of Time, and I was like, well, you know what? My uncle loves this series.
Hmm.
I'm gonna borrow this from the library, and I'm gonna read it. And that began a 3 or 4 month sprint of just reading everything I possibly could that I was interested in. I started in I want to say August, and the last book I finished was in November. So I haven't I'm still reading the fourth Wheel of Time book right now. I read 3 Wheel of Time books, and they're not short. They're like 400 to 500, 600 pages, depending on they're really long.
Dang.
And I read the first 3, and I read a bunch of others. I read a few other things, but I started in like August, and I would say I finished the last book I was reading sometime in November. I want to say early November,
Hmm.
maybe. I'd have to double check. And then I started up the fourth book in November, or maybe actually no. I think I read it in October, and I started up the fourth book in late October, early November, and I'm not anywhere near done. Like I'm 160 pages out of like the 600 or so. So like I have a long way to go. But
Then like 10 more books.
yeah. Well, after I read this fourth one, I'm going to take a long break from it because I
Right.
definitely could feel myself like I'm not burned out from it, but I know if I grab the fifth one right away, it's going to take me even longer to read. So I want to
Yeah.
I want to read a couple other things, so I'm not like forcing myself to finish it. But um it it really just like it made me realize why high fantasy and why this epic fantasy is so popular, and especially I don't know about for certain groups of people, but at least for me right now, it helped me get back into Lord of the Rings. And I so much so I actually bought a really today with my work. My work gives $100 like Visa gift card to every employee at the end of the year
Nice.
um, for Christmas, and I used that to buy really nice hardback versions of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Um, and I do intend on reading them at some point. I have a couple other books, like the Narnia books I showed earlier,
Yeah.
and other stuff. But I think really just like with the stuff that's happening in the U.S. and the world, what really has resonated with me is like the relentless like the relentless and almost unjustified hope
Yeah.
of the characters that in Lord of the Rings has. And it's like the characters go into these struggles and go into this like Frodo and Sam and everyone like go into this thing knowing that it's probably not gonna work out in their best interest. This journey that they're on
Hmm.
is probably not gonna work out well for them. But they do it anyway because they know that if they just sit down and do nothing, then they're resigning to the fate they're expecting. You know, the thing they're scared of is going to happen because they sat down and did nothing.
Mm.
And I think what really solidified it for me too was like when I was watching the movies again, and the whole scene with the Ents about how like
Hmm.
I think it's Mary or Pippin, I forget which one. I can never tell the fucking difference between the two. Uh
One looks like Dom Monahan, and the other looks like Billy Boyd.
what? Um but like when he gets like he goes, but you're the end say, it's not our war, we're not going to deal with it. He's like, but you're a part of this world, it's
Yeah.
going to affect you. Like, how can you not see that? How can you not see? And with what's happening now in the US, I've talked about this person before. I know I don't think you're a fan of her, just maybe because I've talked, maybe it's the football effect, I've talked about her too much. But that Amanda's Mild Takes thing. But what I like about her message, it kind of reminds me of this, is like, one of the reasons we're in the position right now is because the people who are in power, like, I'm not talking about the president, but all the people who have put him here in this position,
Mm.
um, have spent decades doing political organizing,
Hmm.
getting in at lower level like offices and stuff like that to like build a coalition over decades at a time. And what a lot of people do is they just whine and complain about like, why isn't change happening? Let's just burn it all to the ground now. And it's like, well, that's just going to make it worse, and it doesn't affect change. Like, do use their strategy, like build from the grassroots, like go from the ground up. And what I like that she's talked about is like, that's what that's what she advocates for, that's what she's pushing. And you can see it even where like, what is it, I saw in a video she posted today where like um there was two cities in Montana, the mayors of them flipped blue
Mm.
in deep red Montana.
Wow.
Montana, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's shit like that where it's like, so often, like a lot of those deep red states, people run unopposed because, like, why would a Democrat run in a, or whatever,
Hmm.
a liberal or a progressive or whomever run in there? And it's like, no, you have to at least try. Like, even if it's doomed to fail, like by giving people another voice to hear, you're at least giving them a different viewpoint. Otherwise, it. And I'm gonna go on. I could go on and continue on a tangent, but to bring it back to all this, like, Wheel of Time has meant a lot more to me than just being a really fucking good series and being really jazzed about like the world building and the characters and the storytelling. It's opened up a world to me that like I can see what's happening now, and while it is still scary and there's lots of things I'm anxious about and nervous about, the world seems like there is a way to make it better.
Mm.
And that all started from Wheel of Time, by
Wow.
getting into Wheel of Time, and by proxy Lord of the Rings, and by proxy, and in conjunction with Amanda's Mild Takes, who she actually has talked about this before. She used to work for a book publisher,
Hmm.
and like she did like comms and stuff for a book publisher, which had to deal with Gamergate bullshit like
Oh
through
my
by
god.
proxy, which is crazy. I had asked her about that because she brought it up in a video. I'm like, are you like into games or whatever? Like, I'm not trying to belittle your point of Gamergate, it was atrocious, but like, are you into video games? She's like, actually no, but I worked in the whole thing. So
Oh, okay.
it's been a cool thing. So to bring it back to Wheel of Time, it's a really good fucking series. I'm really enjoying it, and it reopened up a world of books. It reopened up the world of fiction to me. And for now, I will definitely be in the high fantasy and sci-fi for probably a long time. But I'm hoping that I will find enough interest in other things outside of that to branch out. Because besides reading Wheel of Time, I read A Wrinkle in Time,
Oh,
and then I
nice.
also read Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the Narnia series. So in the span of like 3 months, I read like 6 books, which is
Jeez.
crazy.
Yeah. All great
So yeah,
worlds to escape to that are not ours.
but also give you parallels to aspire to, which is
Yeah.
cool.
I didn't know that the Wheel of Time had such a deep message about hope. I knew
Well,
obviously Lord of the Rings
Wheel
did,
of
but
Time, Wheel of Time doesn't so much, but it was the gateway into getting back into high fantasy.
mm,
I will say Wheel of Time does have that, but it's very there's a lot of similar elements to Lord of the Rings. Like there is three people. There are three characters who come from like this no name town in the middle of nowhere, who end up being the most important people to the in this conflict of between the good and bad in this world
Hmm.
of that Wheel of Time takes place in. But there's a whole lot of like just really cool ideas in it. Like so they talk, so the three characters in this are there's just some very mild spoilers. You find out a lot of this in the first book, but like some light spoilers for it. They're all called Tavern. Like they how can I put this? They are Tavern, like Tavern. I can't Tavern. I think.
Hmm.
Basically, it's not like a title. It's not like a race or anything like that. But it's like how can I put this? You know how like in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the Grey becomes Gandalf the White, and it's almost like a moniker put on him.
Yeah.
Like it like he's Gandalf, but then there's like this extra element to him. That's kind of like what Taverin are like individuals in the world that bend that can shape the the pattern that the Wheel of Time weaves. So the way they kind of describe it is that the Wheel of Time weaves a pattern, the pattern of an age, and it's kind of like think of it like this, the way I'm picturing is like it's whatever it's weaving is like the story of the age type of thing, the story of whatever's currently happening. But every now and then, Taverin come in and they can bend the like almost like the strands of the pattern. Like it's not the strands of time itself, but like they're almost like a gravitational mass to what's happening, and things will attract to them, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Because they're like it's almost like pinch. It's like if you imagine like something weaving or like sewing a pattern onto something, and then you take a bunch of like strands of thread and you scrunch them up together so that way like the pattern in that one section like is now really tight together. That's what Taverin do. Like not necessarily, not literally, but like they can bend. Weird things can happen when they are around because they are bending the mesh of the pattern, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Okay.
It's I'm not explaining it well. I know it's very confusing. It's
I mean,
really, but like
high fantasy mechanics are also usually very heady, and I do, with this being your number one, now more than ever, I do want to read these, at least give this first one a shot. So
it's very dense. It's like if you've read Lord of the Rings, I think you can handle this.
hmm.
So, um, it's very dense though. It's long. It's a lot of like it's slow building, especially the first book. It takes a while, but like once it takes off, it's like it goes.
Hmm.
Especially that first book. That first book is like a rollicking adventure. It's cool.
Nice. I love that. That's probably also why the Fellowship is my favorite Lord of the Rings. I would say probably book, even though it's been a long time since I read them. It's my favorite of the movies. New Hope is my favorite of the original trilogy of Star Wars. I always like the introductory ones where it's just like, here's the world. It's a romp and it's an adventure. It sounds like very much in line with that.
Yeah, it's really cool, and there's just so many other cool ideas that he keeps adding on to it, and like it just the world gets more and more complex, but
Hmm.
not. Once again, it doesn't like throw you into the deep end. Like he layers it on slowly, so that way you're able to kind of track everything that happens. I really like the series a lot.
Nice.
So that's my number one, Wheel of Time.
Yeah, what a recommendation, especially over all of those other very profound experiences of the feeling at home in your own house and seeing your kid the wonder on her face playing an excellent video game. Yeah, what a review, what a recommendation. That definitely puts things into perspective. I'm gonna have to read this. Well, here's our next media trade.
I hope that it doesn't like. Oh, I hope I didn't oversell it. I didn't think you were going to be interested. So
No. Here's our next media trade. I'll read the first Wheel of Time, and you fly a plane, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'll come on to the stream with just an airplane,
Yeah.
like a paper airplane. I mean, just throw a paper airplane.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that wraps up our top experiences of the year. It's getting close to midnight in real time right now.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah. Last thing I'll ask then is, do you have any New Year's plans? Do you have any, I know it's a cliche question, but New Year's resolutions, I don't want to say resolutions, any goals or anything you're looking forward to in 2026?
I'm too tired to think about goals or resolutions, but there is some cool stuff coming up on the podcast. I'll be announcing it anyway soon, so I don't mind announcing it here. I have 3 series starting in the new year. I have Road to First Light, which is a series on James Bond games in preparation for the new 007 First Light game. I have Mario Month, of course, and Punch a Nazi Month is returning because there's never a bad time to punch some Nazis. Actually, it's funny. I talked about on my my end of the year retrospective episode. Spotify will auto generate captions or like chapters, right?
Oh yeah.
And
meteoric balls.
Yes, and the one where I bring up the Punch a Nazi Month is podcasting with a purpose. Punching Nazis for charity was the name of the chapter. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Punching Nazis is always charity.
And then my other favorite, because my co-host on that episode is my buddy TJ, who's from Canada. And the first chapter is kicking off the 2025 retrospective with Canadian banter.
Canadian banter. We're just going to talk about some maple syrup and hockey and whatever else.
I do a big joke where he's like, I'm like, welcome to this new episode. It's the 2020, it's our end of the year retrospective. And of course, I couldn't do this alone. My brother from the Great White North, who came down on a moose on a river of maple syrup. I like make up some ridiculous. I think this time he skied down here on a river, water ski, maple syrup skied on, but his skis were made out of like the paper boat containers that you get like hot dogs and shit in.
Yeah.
But it's frozen poutine.
Oh my god, poutine! I was gonna say drinking poutine out of the Stanley Cup as he arrived.
I just find the most ridiculous, nonsensical Canadian stereotypes I can think of.
That's
not
great.
Stereotypes, but like it's just stupid. So that's where the Canadian banter comes from. It was
nice.
Fun.
Canadian banter.
So, all right, well, we gotta get going. I am so tired.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, thanks for experiencing how I experienced this year, and I'm glad I experienced how you experienced this year. I'll say for me, I would like to make it a goal, maybe not resolution, but I want to get more guests on. That's one thing that I haven't really been doing a lot of. I want to reach out to more people in the industry or in different fandoms, get them on here, or even just like friends, have people do more experience shares. And just, I don't know, continue doing what I'm doing, experiencing things, living with intention. That's a deeper conversation, but
I like it.
I will say thank you guys, thank you gals, thank you non-binary pals, thank you to a couple of new followers, a couple of new people popped in the chat, including Hilarii the Shenanigai or whatever. I've already forgotten what that was.
Singulus the Shenanigai. It was supposed to be Singuli the Shenanigai.
That's right. So funny. I have a theory as to who that might be, and it's related to the Golden Rot from earlier, because I know somebody who has a similar username. But yes, thank you guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'm gonna fall asleep. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Go to therapy. Read Wheel of Time. Fly a plane, and eat food. Shout out to food.
Good
Good night, everybody.
night.